You're watching Cable 10 Aurora, Illinois Community Access Channel. Dudes and brews, party time, excellent. Hey guys, welcome to Dudes and Brews. With you, as always, is your host, Joe Gregory, and we got the Panda, and we got Boomer with us. Hey guys, how you guys doing?
Right on. Doing good. That was a heck.
Brought so much energy. I don't know what to
So much energy. That was a great intro,
So if you
Joe.
guys didn't realize, this is the Halloween episode. So we're dressed up. If you can't tell, I'm your host, Wayne Campbell. We got,
Can't tell I'm a panda.
and then Boomer. I guess Boomer forgot about it. His
What day is
Alzheimer's.
it? What day is it?
Cleaned up. And
I forgot when Halloween was.
Do you even know what Halloween is, dude?
Oh man, I have no idea what it is. What is it?
Oh my
People
gosh.
dress up in weird outfits.
Yeah. Okay.
Weird
So,
character.
Larry, explain if somebody didn't actually know what Halloween was. Explain to them exactly what it is,
All right, so let me
and try to make it not sound weird because it's weird.
Put your bro science
let
spin
me
on it
tell y'all
too.
about Halloween. Halloween is about
You're
wearing
shedding.
costumes. It's hard to breathe in this.
Dude, just take it off. It's fine.
All right.
Oh man, yeah,
Dude,
there we
it's
go.
Fine.
Cool.
All right, so Halloween.
Like, bro, he's over there up and puffing now.
There's two different Halloweens that happen.
Okay, really?
There's Halloweens with kids
Okay.
where they
Oh, yeah.
dress up, they go trick or treating, they run around, act like fools, dress up as goblins and ghouls. I didn't know that was gonna rhyme. And then there's the second Halloween for adults where they dress up like fools.
Oh, yeah.
And where the females wear outfits that they definitely should never be wearing, but for some reason they feel really confident on Halloween.
I think they
and
get
then
a pass,
everybody
yeah.
dresses up and goes to parties. So it's like adult party time, kid candy time.
Yeah.
It's
Okay, so-
100% sin.
Well, so like I think about it with kids, I go, so you dress up in an outfit and then you go to strangers' houses and have them give you things that you can eat and digest. It just
Indeed.
sounds
And
dangerous.
it
Sounds like a
It's-
kidnapping situation.
It does. It sounds like a
yes,
setup.
but how many
setup.
times have you done it and had a blast?
A
I mean,
bunch.
even as a kid, yeah.
And I've managed to never get kidnapped either. So
Yeah,
that's
didn't
good.
get kidnapped, never got poisoned.
No, one time.
Never got a razor blade.
Never got the
Yeah.
razor blade. Although
See?
we did check all the wrappers. Like I was the one to dump all the candy out and go through and make sure all the wrappers were still intact.
Oh no, not
Yeah,
at all.
that's a boomer
We just
move.
Go
That's a
through
boomer move, I know. But yeah, I feel like it is the one time a year that the adults get the pass to party it up. And
Well, so like I don't know about you guys. I grew up in a real small town, so
Okay.
like literally the entire town participated. So like
yeah.
everybody in town, it's because it's small. Everybody has trucks with flatbeds. Everybody's sitting
Yep.
on the hay bales, and we're just riding through town. And literally nobody's doing anything besides Halloween that day.
Yeah.
they don't shut down this. They don't shut down the streets because there's no need to, because everybody's doing nothing but Halloween. So it's bumper to bumper traffic going real slow.
Yep.
Kids walking up and down the sidewalks and hopping up on the trucks, and yeah, that's so for me it reminds me of that great time and just seeing everybody participate in all the decorations and whatnot.
I know it's kind of sentimental to you, Joe. I mean, it takes you back.
A lot of that stuff.
That's how it was for
Yeah.
me too. Like when I lived in a smaller town, I moved out of the city and into the smaller town. I mean, flatbed trucks, trailers full of hay and kid driving slow with their hazards, and
Yep.
it was fun, man. I just remember because I haven't always gotten to hand out candy for Halloween, right? Because I've been way out in the middle of nowhere for so long.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I really enjoyed. Like I would get so pumped up. I would be like, okay, I'm going to the store. I'm getting like 15 bags of candy. And I had the light on and all the decorations out. And I remember it was getting kind of late, and I would say this young lady, I'd say probably about 11 or 12 years old, came up, and I could see the disappointment in her eyes when I told her I was out of candy. She goes, I can see that. And turns around and walks off, and I'm like, I feel like I'd let the entire community down.
Oh, that's funny.
Anyway, so yeah, it was small
and then
town.
Next thing you know, one of your lawn ornaments was missing. And you don't know why. I mean, I'm not blaming her, but just a weird coincidence.
It probably
That's
was. So I'm coming for you.
Dude, when I was in junior high, we did war games because the town, like in Lone Grove to Ardmore area, there's a strip out in the country, and war games was like literally where people would paintball. They'd have paintball guns.
Oh, sweet.
No.
But then also people would bring like frozen biscuits,
Oh,
things
no,
like
that's only
that.
a hurt.
And then people would seriously drive by and just it was all out war. There's no
no.
goal. It was just most
but this
kids,
is-
most of us didn't have cars,
But this is
people
what
did
they
have
would
cars.
do specifically for Halloween.
It was on Halloween night. Yeah.
I think
Okay.
it's an Oklahoma thing, Joe.
Dang.
It was. It got busted by the police, and then it was like we didn't do it anymore. But we did it for like 2 or 3 years, and it was like a tradition long before I got there.
Dang,
yeah,
that's
they called it
crazy.
war
I mean, we
games.
did stuff like when it come to when I got older, like into high school, we would drive around in like egg
Yeah, it was
cars
eggs
and
involved and
So
stuff.
like we would
Yeah.
do
Toilet
that.
papering houses, back in the day.
See, I never TP'd a house.
I became the TP professional.
Oh, really?
And
For more ways than one.
and I got to apologize in advance to my old baseball coach, but we did his we did his house so
Dirty.
good, dirty. I'm talking. We just
no, we only did it to like each other, to like the other kids. We didn't do it to like
Oh,
the
no.
adults.
I'd probably just let it rain itself away. Like
Yeah,
it'll
and
dissolve
one
eventually.
time- and I think it was his house that it ended up raining on, and I had to go out and pick it all up the next day. Rain, soaked, toilet paper.
Just gotta let it dissolve, man. That's what it's
No.
intended to do.
I was hoping it would, but your boy was out in the yard.
And it probably takes forever to
Took
dissolve.
forever. Yeah.
That just sounds like.
But anyway,
the
so, little Halloween
worst
shenanigans.
cleanup. So I'll just tell you one more story, and then we'll keep moving along. So I remember being like 4, maybe like 4 or 5. I was real young, and we were doing this in town in Trenton. And I got out of the car. We were in like my mom's little red truck, which is me and my mom. Got out of the truck, was walking up front to go get some candy, and some guy pops out of the ditch and starts chasing me. And I haul ass back to the car, and I'm crying. And he comes back over there, takes off his mask, and it's like one of the coaches, like, oh, come on, it's just me, it's no big deal. And like
Traumatized this kid.
My
man.
mom was laughing.
Oh, man.
This dude's just chilling in the ditch, waiting on a
Yeah.
5-year-old kid to walk by.
I mean,
Ugh.
because it's like that. So like, I don't know if you've seen it. Like somebody sits at their front door.
Yeah,
In some sort of creepy outfit, holding the thing, and then they'll just twitch when some kid walks up, and it freaks the kid out.
Oh yeah.
It's just to freak the kids out. So yeah, that's what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
Yes, it was traumatizing.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
For the
Sounded
next
like it.
couple of years, I always had to have a buddy go with me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm wondering what Halloween 2020 is going to look like. Are they going to have like the conveyor belt system handing out candy? Have you
Well,
seen
so-
I
those?
bet there's gonna be some stuff. Like
So
that.
did you experience anything weird this last week?
No, of course not.
Well, because like my brother told me. Now, granted, he lives in Nebraska, so a little bit different. Which he told me that they went to some truck and treats, and there were some people that were like, I don't know how this makes a difference, but whatever. Is they would have like they'd be like on the back of their trucks, and they'd have like a PVC pipe, and they would just drop candy down the counter.
No, that's cool. That's pretty original.
That is
Ludicrous. That's gonna be me.
That is
I'm gonna
ludicrous.
I'm gonna go to get some PVC. and
Oh
set up
my
a
God.
back
No,
of
but
the
I'm
truck.
like, okay, participate though. I'd rather that than cancel it.
It's like people are like coming up with any way possible
way.
to tell themselves that they're not breaking the rules.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we're doing our best,
This
even
is
if
a
it's
6
coming
feet
up with
pipe.
creative.
Yeah.
It's a 6 foot
The
pipe.
6-foot pipe. You know, is each piece of candy sanitized?
Yeah,
No.
with some Lysol.
You know what I mean?
I got to appreciate the creativity, but yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
luckily I didn't experience anything like that. It was normal. We went to the First Baptist here in Sherman and did a trunk or treat there, and they just built a new part of their building. So they were like, when they like force you to go on a tour through their building. So I'm like, they're just inviting people in. Come look at our children's area. Check it out. You know what I mean? Guided tours. Nobody had masks.
It's a smart idea though.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the only place that I really saw
So
heavy
then
masks.
nobody dressed up then?
Oh, they were dressed up.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, people usually don't wear masks like this, dude. People usually just paint their face. They don't want to have some kind of apparatus on their face.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah.
Maybe. So after you did that, we actually went to Deep Ellum and we hit up some breweries. So what did you guys think last night? Did you have a favorite one that you went to? Did you?
Oh yeah, we have so many stories coming out of Deep Ellum from last night. What you got?
What
there?
was the, I guess it's hard, like, you want to rate, like, the best beer of the night or the best venue of the night or both?
Man, yeah, that's
dude,
a
why
good
don't we do
question.
both? I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll start with the venue. I want to say Deep Ellum had the best venue. That outdoor area is pretty cool.
Very.
I mean, it had the classic, like, brewery feel of just, like, you know, distressed tabletops, a little, they call them beer gardens. It's funny, I've only heard of that term at breweries.
Yeah.
It's a little beer garden.
Wait. Okay, so hold on. What's a beer garden?
It's just an outdoor sitting area at a brewery. But it's
It's
called
a
a beer
patio?
garden.
Okay.
Essentially, yeah.
Essentially.
Okay. I've heard the term. Never knew that they. Okay,
they're
that's
big right now.
dumb
I mean,
name
beer
for.
gardens are-
Okay,
They
blowing
are.
up.
So it was nice.
Yeah.
They had those outdoor heaters out there. So yeah,
a
definitely
super cool
for me, Deep Ellum had the nicest venue.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'd probably agree when it comes to not just the venue but the vibe. And I will say, because there were a lot of people there, it kind of made the vibe a little bit better. I don't mind the venue at Brain Dead.
Yeah.
I think it might have been better if we were able to sit outside.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
get
yeah.
the outdoor experience just like we did with Deep Ellum.
Yeah.
But I don't mind both of those. Honestly, they're kind of a toss up for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Deep Ellum Brewery had Brain Dead kind of beat on the venue.
Okay.
I maybe not by a huge margin, but I really enjoyed chilling out at Deep Ellum Brewery.
Right. You liked the vibe there.
Yeah, I really like
Vibing. All right, so I got an update from Wikipedia. A beer garden is an outdoor area in which beer and local food are served, typically at shared tables. So I think that's it. This is the criteria. Are there distressed tables that you just sit at with other people?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there beer served there?
Okay.
Is it outdoors?
Yeah, we had
Okay.
to serve ourselves, but yeah,
True.
we had to go to the bar to get it.
True.
but
No, I
one
mean
at a time.
technically somebody served it to us, right? Put it into the glass and handed it to us.
I would prefer that though,
yeah.
honestly. Instead of having if you're going to just drink a beer and not eat,
Yeah,
then
Then
I would
you-
rather.
then you don't like having, like, a waiter?
Even eating, I think I'd rather just go up and place my order and then go sit at the table and then you call my name or number when it's ready.
That's true. And the dude brought out the food, which the food, by
Yeah.
the way, was awesome, man. Those tacos were
See,
hidden.
I don't mind that idea, but I do like the fact that if we're sitting there, we're still chilling, we're drinking a beer, somebody comes and cleans up my plates if we're still chilling there. So that's where I would like.
Yeah, I guess that's beneficial.
The
Table
service,
service,
yeah,
tableside service,
yeah,
yeah.
table service.
But I'm such.
I don't
like
mind getting up and going and getting my stuff.
not at
That's
all.
not a bad idea.
I like to just do my own thing though.
Which that was nice. Yeah.
Yeah, even when I go to a hotel, if I stay in a hotel for a week, I won't let them clean my room at all. I'm like, just stay away.
Yeah.
I'll come
Really?
get some coffee when I need it. I'll talk to you. You don't call me, I'll call you. And then
You're such a weirdo.
See what dating
Hey,
Larry
I
was
am.
like back in the day.
That's just how I am though. I don't know. I just kind of like to do my own thing. So.
All right.
Okay. So looks
them
like
fresh towels.
Deep Ellum wins
Yeah.
the venue of the night.
Yeah,
What about the
Deep
beer
Ellum.
though?
They might have won the beer too. I had the
yeah.
Double Crusher IPA. They call it
If I
Double
sit here
Crusher?
and think about it right now,
Yeah.
I will say that the best beer that I think I had was the whatever that barrel aged one was at Westlake.
Yeah, that one was really
was a
good
good
too.
beer.
I agree. I think that
something.
was my best
the
beer of the
BA
night.
Stout.
Yeah, here you go. I forgot we have them pulled up
Yeah.
here.
So the BA Stout I think was probably the best beer, even though I will say overall the beers that we had there, which granted I wouldn't have chosen some of those beers originally just known on what they were, but hey, let's try them out because we're all here.
Right.
Yeah, their beers were meh. I'll probably never drink half of those again.
Yeah.
And it's just because
Yeah.
there are certain styles that I just don't prefer to drink in general anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, and if Brain Dead had their entire selection available, I mean, I think without a doubt, I'm going with them. I'm gonna go with Brain Dead's barrel aged. What was the one that they had?
I've come to realize we didn't rate
I didn't rate Brain Dead.
Brain Dead. I guess it was
yeah.
towards the end of the night. We were
Yeah.
too worried about getting some of that fried chicken.
Yeah, that fried chicken. was
Also,
on
y'all
my-
got bombarded by the San Francisco fans, and that just rocked your world.
Oh man! Well, we're getting
No one
like
recovered.
cussed out by the Falcon fan over there, or the
Seahawks fan.
fan. Yeah.
Ugh.
We were getting
Seahawks
double
fans.
middle fingered
Yeah, we were
from
getting
somebody,
double
and it's
fingered.
like we're not even wearing like
Hey, no,
sports
but-
memorabilia.
Not at all.
but it was in a friendly manner. They weren't being aggressive
Yeah.
and mean.
No,
You're
but
making
was-
it sound like they were trying to jump us.
No, it was.
I
all
guess if
right.
a double middle finger.
So it was double middle fingers
Nice.
from a small Asian girl.
Yeah,
Maybe that
yeah.
frames.
I
it up
wasn't
a little bit.
threatened. Yeah,
I was
frames it
not
up.
threatened at all. I was just confused because I'm like, am I wearing a cowboy shirt or something? Why are you mad at me?
Yeah.
Because who said
She
I
just
wasn't
got
a
mad 'cause
Seahawks
So
fan?
she just
I
assumes
dropped the
that
Cowboys.
everybody is
Yeah.
a Niners fan because I'm a Niners fan.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, you had the Bay Area, the Niners chick vibing on your hat though.
Yeah, I know. If I had a little bit more self confidence, then
You're good, bro. I think we just needed to tee it up a little differently, and it would have went through.
Hey,
Would've
man,
been
it's
fine.
cool.
Next time, man.
next time, I
Yeah.
mean, there's more fish in the
But
sea,
yeah.
as they say.
Yeah.
Brain Dead's venue was cool. I did like their beer, but I think overall.
No, but hey, but what about those chips and queso there though?
Oh, the chips and queso, man! Wow, I was blown away. The salsa, even man, like the salt. It's hard to find a good
Dude,
salsa.
their
They had
food
it.
is legit
Yeah.
there.
I
I
would
wish
say-
I would have gotten something else. I've been there before for like brunch and gotten Like they do some wicked crazy like muffins. I had like a pistachio
man.
blueberry muffin.
What? I would never order that.
Dude, it was so
Never.
good. And then I got
weird.
I also got like some. I think I got like eggs Benedict or something.
Oh, nice.
Dude, like the place is legit when it comes.
I
to
will
food.
say the flight of beer and bacon, what like tease it off.
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
completely amazing,
And that's
Yeah.
cool. That's what the picture is from.
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, so
Dudes and Brews.
the background of
Yeah.
the logo, that's
Yeah.
from Brain Dead. But the one thing I don't like about Brain Dead is I do think they try to go really obscure, not just with their food but with their beers as well.
It works.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I do like something just simplistic.
But
it
not
works
so
for 'em.
simplistic that it turns into those pilsners from Lakewood.
Right,
Oh,
right.
yeah.
There's a fine balance, and I feel like Brain Dead's like way up here, and it's hard to find really good gems. I mean, I find some beers that are good. Like that
think they're
beer I
one
had
of
the
them.
other day was good, but I wouldn't say it blew my hair back.
Yeah, yeah,
right.
It's not blowing hair
Every
back.
time you
Yeah.
bring up that sliding scale, it gets me. I'm like, ooh, yeah. It's almost like I relearn it again. I'm like, ooh,
it catches me
you're
off
right.
guard
It's
every
not
time.
blowing hair back.
Dude, I'd say overall though, Deep Ellum Brewery had me, man.
Did they have the beer too? They had the venue and the beer.
I'd say overall, yeah. I liked. I
Yeah.
loved Brain Dead's obscurity, as Joe put it.
Yeah.
you know it. But overall, yeah, I think Deep Ellum because I'd been there before. Like when, I mean, the beer garden. I'm gonna stick with the beer garden. Was like
Yep.
popping. I mean, shoulder to shoulder, and it's just a fun. Like it's just a fun vibe. It's a fun
Yeah.
place. So. Yeah, good
So-
beer selection too.
I do have to say though, so I don't know if we finalized it, but
Yeah.
my final beer selection is going to be barrel aged from. Is it Lakewood?
The barrel aged stout
Westlake.
from Westlake.
Oh, I keep saying
okay.
Lakewood.
So you
All
going with
right,
that barrel aged?
barrel aged stout, which is a very simple name for a beer. It's like not even the name of
It's
it.
I
called
know.
BA stout.
BA.
It's just the kind of.
I guess
beer.
it could be barrel aged or the badass stout. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember they had a Don't Skip Leg Day? That man. And
That
their-
one was okay. I didn't think it was great, but it wasn't bad.
Go back down. What was the brunetter?
Oh yeah, that one.
Dude, this guy
changed.
and these brown ales. Wait, what did you
Brown
say
ale
it
was
tasted like,
awesome,
Larry?
dude.
I don't even remember.
It was like a Newcastle, I want to say. Is that
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Newcastle. I thought I said something obscure. Like I don't know, who
No.
knows?
That was
Sometimes I come
awesome.
up with some good names. Like some, I'm like, oh, I'm tasting, something like something
armpit.
abstract. Yeah, but yeah, that it would taste just like a Newcastle beer for
Got to
sure.
tell the story about how you drew in the people next down the bar.
Hey, I think we got some additional listeners.
You got some content, yeah.
I think we got some more listeners because of you being
Yeah.
drew 'em
a
in.
ridiculous, off the wall.
To
Lady
me,
that
it
we love.
wasn't so off the wall. It's not so much of a crazy idea. The idea is that instead of just shutting your music off at closing time and expecting that to get the message across that you don't want any more business, you simply get one of those toys. What was it called from the 90s or 80s?
The Wee Man,
Wee- yeah.
Wee
Okay.
Wonderman.
You know
What
what
are
I
they
mean?
called?
I can pull it up.
Yeah.
But, so
Wonder
if
Guy,
you've ever been to a
the-
hibachi
I'll
restaurant,
pull it up.
It's hibachi restaurants use this, and it is. I don't know how come I don't even have it in my messages. But yeah, it's one of those little plastic dudes with the plastic pants that you pull down and they pee. So the idea is that you just simply let them come up to the bar, and then whenever they ask if you're closed, you just
Pee on 'em.
You straight pull a hibachi move.
Dude, as soon as you said that, like heads turned immediately.
Yeah.
I saw whiplash. Like it definitely blew her hair back.
It's funny that people
When
were
you said
listening in on our conversation.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, it's because of how obscure you are, dude. That's why. It's because you're super obscure.
Very
Here it
obscure.
is. Weepy the Wee Wee.
Oh yeah, Weepy the Wee Wee. They've got a couple variations there. Oh, look at that. There's that queso.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, yeah. So what you're saying is you squirt that on someone's face.
Yeah, you just
I'm
that's your
seeing-
your response, and then they know
I'm probably
not to
never
come
going
back.
back to
So
that
the thing
venue.
is what's inside of the little toy?
Oh, dude, we're not going to be weird. It's water.
It's just water. Okay.
Oh.
No, I
Or-
was just making sure.
If you're gonna get
Yeah.
them in the eyes, maybe some pickle juice. But
I wasn't sure if you were gonna go like Airhead style and put like Tabasco sauce in it.
oh no, dude, you're looking at a lawsuit
man.
though.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about a lawsuit, even with you wet my face. I get up, the floor is wet now. I slip and fall. All of a sudden, you're out of business.
Good
That sounds like a
point.
dumb idea.
Good point. I didn't think that one through.
So I'm switching subjects here, switching topics, but I'm just like I went back to Brain Dead to pull up the beer that I had last night,
Okay.
and it also is a brown ale. So I was all about the Browns last
Oh
night.
man.
So it's Given to the Rye was the one I believe I had.
Oh yeah.
It's an American rye brown ale aged in Woodford Reserve rye whiskey barrels.
Ooh,
That's
so it was-
why.
Months.
it was an
Because you
aged
wanted
brown.
that age. You're
Yeah.
like, I need something barrel aged.
I need something barrel aged, and
He's
he
like, the
hooked
only
it
one I
up.
got is this brown ale.
Yeah, he
I'll
hooked
take
up.
it.
It was good, man.
What did I get? Do you remember what I got? It was like the Valkyrie or something like that.
Oh, Valkyrie? Was it
Valkyrie.
the? Yeah, let me look.
It was a different kind of beer than I'm used to.
Yeah, let me see if I can find
The
it.
Valkyrie, yeah, because you expected it to be a stout. It was like a Balzer, Brazier, Baltler. Tell me what it's called so I can.
Yeah, let me.
It had something to do with the. Brian said it just a second ago.
Yeah, I believe so. Valkyrie.
The Valkyrie, yeah. Brain dead Valkyrie.
I'm gonna see if I can find it here for you since Boomer's having problem.
Yeah, you know.
They have
doing
a
technology.
huge menu. Yeah, I
You know how boomers
You
are
know how
with
boomer-
technology.
They have a huge menu, man. I'm trying to scroll
Let's take a
down.
look.
And it was at the top of their
agave. This is in the alphabetical order, isn't it?
Yeah, and they have and I
Oh,
don't
that would
think
make
that
sense.
that was the first word was in Valkyrie. I felt like that was like the third or
Oh,
fourth
thank you.
word.
Let's take a look here. So I had this wit stipend.
Oh yeah.
It was a sour wit, which I guess I wish I would have read that. It was a wit, but lemon peel, black and white, or black, white, and pink peppercorns. The peppercorns
It always makes me
weren't
laugh
as-
when you say peppercorns. I don't know why.
Well, the peppercorns weren't as like they didn't bite as hard as I expected them to. Like they were the flavor wasn't as strong as I expected.
Yeah.
have a
The
bite
only
to
other
it.
beer that I've had that was a wit beer that actually had peppercorns in it was done by Dogfish Head. They used to do the Namaste. I think they still do. They call it the Namaste White. They mix it up a little bit, but it's got peppercorns in it, and that one is legit. So I expected it to taste similar to that, just with like a little bit of a twist to it, and it just didn't. I don't see the one that you drank
Yeah,
on
I'm
here,
not
buddy.
seeing it either.
I don't either, man.
It's like they took it off the menu.
Yeah.
You were the last one to
I
have
was
it,
just
so
the
they took it
test
off.
dummy.
Yeah.
They just it's something from the back.
I really
He
don't
was
see
like,
it on
"Oh,
here.
let me get you something special."
Yeah, that's the type of dude that would have done it too.
And he went and just grabbed you a sink full of dishwater.
Oh,
Oh,
dude, I was
man.
getting hit with dishwater again.
In multiple ways. You got hit
Again.
twice.
Oh, my
man.
god!
Wait till we tell the
so
story.
go ahead and explain what you're talking about here, Boomer.
I can never tell as good of stories as Larry, but I'm gonna do
I'm
my
not a
best.
storyteller.
give it
He is
your
a
all.
storyteller. Okay,
Give it your all.
So we end up after our brewery tour at Brick and Bones. If you've never been, go check it out in Deep Ellum. And I'm telling you,
It's like right next to trees.
yeah, right next to trees. We're busting a gut. We're laughing so hard.
Busting a gut.
Yeah, we are. We are busting gut, man. We're just chilling back, eating our chicken and drinking a beer. And then all of a sudden, at the end of the night, when we're about to check out, our waitress brings us on a platter hot towels.
Steaming.
No, wait.
Steaming hot
You
towels.
have to give a little bit more of a vibe of how this place is. So you walk in and the place is dark.
Yeah, go ahead.
And when
It's
I say
super
dark, like you only can see because they have candles.
Yeah.
Like, it's by candlelight.
like the little battery lit.
It's like
You can
electric.
barely-
It's so dark. It's like electricity went out.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
You ever been in a house? Your lights go out. That's what that.
That's
place
how
looks
dark
like.
it is,
Dude, no joke.
And you weren't
So-
prepared with batteries. and-
Well, because of that, it makes it
So dark.
feel like kind of dingy and
Yeah.
kind of like dungeon style.
Oh,
yeah.
and their orders were going in on an armoire.
Yeah, you open an armoire and there's a
Yeah.
computer where they put all their
And
stuff.
But I love
in.
the kitchen too because it's like an old school like apartment building.
Like old
Dude.
school. It's like
Yeah.
that Brooklyn 1974 stained glass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But getting back
where
to
it's
the hot,
got like the stained glass like
Yeah.
sticker they put on it.
that's what
it
it
was real stained glass.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
it
was
was?
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm
Those
Getting
were
back
old,
to the
old.
steaming hot towels though, I've never seen this at a restaurant
No.
before, much less Brick and Bones.
No, much
my
like a
mind-
place like that.
Yeah. So
I never at a restaurant. I've only
Never.
seen it first class coming off of first class
Yeah.
in an airplane.
So
exactly.
like you were already on the airplane and they're like,
Yeah.
would you like a hot towel?
Well,
Yeah.
it was because I was traveling to Jamaica, and the company there like wanted to do it all up and try to impress me. So they paid somebody to take me to this Jamaican club, and the Jamaican club is when you get off the plane, they're ready for you with the hot towel. And I was shocked. I was like, "What am I supposed to do with
what
this?"
do we do with this hot towel?
Yeah, so that's the only experience I've ever seen was like something where they were really trying to go
so
over the
you
top.
were confused. Brian
I
was
knew
like, I knew
exactly
exactly
what
what
to
to do. Throw that right on my face, not even
Yeah.
question it.
I mean, I got spicy chicken hands. I knew exactly that steaming towel sitting there. What do? Pow! And it's going on your face. I don't care if it just came out of the dishwasher. My pores were smooth. They were open and nice.
and the thing is, we're the
We're the only ones that had hot towels.
Hold on, let me.
Why are we the
I
only
look
ones
around,
with
I look
hot
around
towels?
and nobody else has hot
It's because
towels.
our
and I'm
waitress,
like,
man.
what
It was her
the-
Hold on,
second
yeah.
day.
Let me
Go ahead.
Let me frame up this
Frame
waitress.
this up.
this waitress, it was her second day of work too,
Yes.
so I don't think she's used to waitressing at these types of establishments. And the best thing
what other
ever.
establishments do you think?
The best thing ever was when we were like, dude, like we were cracking up about these towels. This is great. And then her reaction was like, oh, what? They don't normally do that? And then kind of winked and walked off. And I'm like, wait, so
We still don't know.
Do they normally do that?
No, we still don't have
know.
the answer to that.
No, we've been there before and they didn't do that.
That's right. No,
That's
they
the
do not
thing.
normally do this. Must be a trait of this waitress.
Yeah, I think she's bringing process improvements wherever she goes.
Yes.
She's improving
Process
customer
improvement,
experience.
It was
and it's bringing a
amazing.
hot towel.
I mean, I could not get over it. I mean, I knew exactly what to do, but my mind was still blown. You know.
Are you, in the moment, I was like, man, he's loving it. He's digging in.
Yeah.
And Larry's like,
Oh,
you put it on your face. Okay.
Well, when I first picked it up, it was really hot. So I was like, oh, I knew it was like probably a face thing, but I was like, oh, this is hot. And then Brian just threw it back. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess it's good. But then the odor came out, and I recognized that those towels came right out of the
Dished out.
dishwasher.
I've never seen anything like that at a restaurant. It was so cool.
Those came right from the
I don't know.
dishwasher.
I don't know if I call it cool, but
It was awesome.
it was definitely an experience. I'll give it that. I'll give it
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, kudos to Bridget Bones for sure.
What was her waitress's name?
Mary.
Mary. Props to Mary.
Props to Mary.
Kudos.
She was actually a really great
she was
waitress.
awesome.
Yeah,
She was great.
She did good.
If they're listening, has doing a great job trying to raise y'all's net promoter score.
That's right. She's marketing the
Because
heck out of
I'm
that
gonna
place.
recommend somebody go just for
She
those
was
towels.
doing some work.
Yeah.
We tried to get those guys to come in, but
We tried to hook him. Yeah, Larry tried to hook him up. Like, come
Hook
on,
up.
man, just let him in. You know.
Yeah, that's a whole nother
oh
story.
Yeah, it's a
man.
whole
Anyway,
other story.
so we'll go ahead and get into this week in history. But before we do that, let's go ahead and crack open a beer.
do
So
it.
Boomer, you go ahead and pick. You get to choose.
I get to
Open it up, and
choose?
you got two different
Yes.
options in there,
There
buddy.
you go.
All right, 2 options, huh? All right, I'm excited. 'cause
So
I
just
might
grab one and
have-
go with it.
All right.
I think we always let you choose.
Yeah.
But I'm not against it. I've just noticed. Oh, it's
No,
from the
I'm-
Great
I'm
Divide.
always the go-to.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, Larry, you got to you got to separate this. I brought two of them, but they're the big ones. So
Oh,
separate
don't tell
this
me
for us.
that the Yeti's wearing Uggs. I love this
And
can.
the scarf.
I love this
Look
can.
at this.
So
I
it's
know.
the Yeti Pumpkin Spice Stout.
Dude. And you found these.
Yeah, I found
here.
these at some place in, I think it might have been a Specs, or I think I found these at Total Wine and More
man.
in Allen.
I am so
How many
pumped.
ounces is each one of these cans?
I'm
These are
not sure. It looks like it's not
32?
necessarily a bomber.
No, that's definitely not 32, man.
No.
It's probably 16.
How many ounces
20
are,
ounces,
are
maybe.
It says
in a
1
pint?
pint. At 32.
I don't know.
32 fluid ounces.
It says 1 pint.
Well,
Yeah.
it's 1 pint and then 3.2 ounces. So
Let's look.
Oh.
Pint to
Oh, yeah,
ounces.
definitely not 30.
1 pint is 16 ounces. So 17, 18, 19 ounces.
okay,
So I was thinking 20. So yeah. So
it's
19.
almost like a 20-ounce Sprite. You know,
Yeah.
back in the day when you get those 20-ounce
Oh,
hitters.
yeah.
Oh yes, you can get those. Still, you can get those if you go to like a gas station.
Now they try to skip it out and make them 16 ounce in a lot of places.
Oh,
You see
really?
those? Yeah.
No,
They look the same, but it's like, wait, this weighs a little less.
Oh really?
Yeah,
These look awesome.
but they still got 20 ounces.
So go ahead and split them up here. I bought this one a while ago in anticipation for this because I wasn't sure how long it was going to be out. Because you know that they do pumpkin beers they put out for a while. They're out for a while. So I'll just split this one with you, Larry. And then you can, if you want to drink the whole one, you can, or you can
Yeah, I mean, I'll
savor
leave-
it.
Yeah. I'll get mine up
But
to about
Larry
where y'all's
is. So go ahead and talk about the can because you're loving it so far.
I am loving it. So let me first of all read what's on the back here, and I have not read this yet, so I'm gonna go live with this. Okay,
it.
we're on a hot mic right now. When the air gets crisper and the foliage turns brilliant shades of red and orange, the Yeti yins for the libation. What?
libation.
Libation that captures the quintessential flavors of fall, rich and roasty with added layers of decadent sweetness. Pumpkin Spice Yeti is brewed with seasonal spices and a unique selection of coffee from our friends at Pablo's Coffee.
Oh,
Shout out
nice.
to Pablo's.
Yeah.
Pairs perfectly with hay rides, pumpkin carvings, and leaf peeping.
What is
that?
leaf
That
peeping?
sounds-
I
that
am,
sounds
What?
man, I
What
am
is-
so excited about this beer, though.
Oh man, hold on. First of all, I want
Yeah.
to hear what you guys think leaf peeping
Leaf.
is.
Okay.
Oh, I already
Yeah,
looked it
pull
up.
that
So
up.
go
Oh,
ahead.
don't look it up.
Okay. Sorry.
All right, I have no
Sorry.
idea. Leaf peeping.
I think I know what it is. I've
I just
heard about
assumed
this.
it was something that had to do with like jumping into a pile of leaves. It's the first thing that came to my mind. But then I'm
Okay.
like, where does the peeping part of it come into play?
Think of peeping Tom, pile of leaves. Put it together.
Like some guy in a pile of leaves? No,
Just saying.
No,
Just
so
saying.
the thing is, they're not going to advertise it if it's something crazy like that.
I
Maybe
know.
it's like,
Of course not.
maybe it's like a. Okay, so I'm going to go obscure here. Let's say it's a photography term. And it's a photography term to what you do when you take pictures of somebody that's jumping into a pile of leaves.
That actually might be it.
That could be.
It's kind of like, have you ever heard about in Texas, they have the pooping and the bluebonnets each year?
No.
I'm assuming it's just taking pictures of bluebonnets.
Have you ever seen
somebody
that
pooping
people,
in the
everybody
patch.
takes pictures in bluebonnets each year in
Yeah.
Texas? And if you notice what they're doing, they're squatting in a squatting position so that they can get low enough to
Oh,
the
that's what it
bluebonnet.
looks like.
So it looks like they're pooping in the bluebonnets.
I've never heard that.
So
That's hilarious.
peeping leaves is kind of similar.
I would imagine so. What do
Yeah.
you got on it, Joe?
That's funny. So you want to see what it really is?
Yeah.
It is peeping leaves is an informal term in the United States and Canada for the activity in which people travel to view the photograph the fall foliage in areas where
okay.
leaves change colors in autumn, particularly in northern
It's
England.
It's like
and upper
bird
Midwest.
watching for leaves.
That's what I was thinking. Just kind of
Nice.
going around, driving around, looking
Yeah,
at
I would have
foliage.
never guessed that.
So we've been to this brewery, and I'm really excited about this beer as well. I can't wait to taste this pumpkin spice Yeti.
It's really good.
All right.
Wow,
This is a
let's
good
check
beer
it out
this
because
time of
I
year.
like a pumpkin spice beer.
This is the first time I've ever had a pumpkin spice beer. Just so you know.
Oh man, I
Just
didn't.
so you
I
know.
couldn't find it, but I'll tell you about a beer here in a
Okay,
minute. after
here we
rate
go.
this one.
Bottoms up.
It's pumpkin.
Wow.
I feel like my Uggs are coming out.
Yeah,
no,
I'm
Bro,
ready to
so I just
peep some
warmed up.
leaves. Yeah.
Like I just got this like warmth going through
Are the
my
tops
body.
of your ears burning?
My ears just popped.
Yeah, pop.
It blew my mind.
It did. I'm
My
ready to
ears
peep
popping.
some leaves now with my Uggs.
Dude, it's that cinnamon
These
and
are
nutmeg.
awesome. Yeah.
That you can really
Love the
taste
color palette.
the nutmeg on it. Oh man,
They did a good job.
Yeah, you can taste that nutmeg.
And you know, from what I understand, a pumpkin beer, it's really not the pumpkin flavors, like pumpkin itself, that you taste. It's those spices, that
Yeah,
cinnamon
yeah.
and allspice and nutmeg and that kind of stuff. And this one is really forward with the nutmeg and get a little bit of the cinnamon on the back end.
It's
Dude,
great
this,
on the
this
back
one's
end.
good.
Great on the back. Look at the color. Great on the back end.
Dude,
man, I'm
the
telling you.
color is fabulous. The head is great. The
Yep.
head gives it like an orangish kind of feel to it. A
does.
little bit different than I would say. Maybe I'm just, the can is making me think that, but it seems like it is giving it a little bit of different color of foam than it normally does. Am I wrong?
You're not
Or,
wrong.
or am I being biased here based on the can?
No, you're not wrong. Dude, I just got the coffee on the back end.
Yeah.
Like
Pablo's.
minutes later.
You just let it
Pablo's.
sit there for
Let
a
it
second.
sit
you
on
get a
your
little-
palate.
Here you go. Let me.
Yeah. And the coffee just came in pungent on the back end. And that was a few minutes later. Is this what you would call like a sessionable session? Because I could drink this.
Not even
No,
close,
bro's
bro.
the opposite.
I mean, but
This
I'm
is
just
coming at
thinking,
9.5 APV.
Oh, okay. I'm just
A
thinking 'cause this
sessional-
is something I could continue to drink. Like, I can have more than one, is what I'm saying.
So a sessionable beer is something that you can. It's usually lower in APV, so you can drink it. So you can drink a lot of them without getting without getting hammered.
Okay, gotcha. I was thinking that maybe something you could like grab and go.
You crack me up sometimes, dude.
All-
You're like,
love
oh, so this is the session you guys were talking about? Dude, how much were these a piece?
I want to say they were probably $7 or $8,
That
maybe.
ain't bad. That ain't
9
bad.
maybe.
Usually for
I don't
these,
know.
like, you know.
I mean, it may have been 10.
specialized-
I mean, it's been like I've had them at my house for like a month. So they've been aged in Joe's cellar for.
'Cause I feel
another
like
month.
we're not doing our listeners a service if we're not telling them the bar if it's a good deal or not. You know what I mean? Like, we got to go the full extent and be like, okay.
let's just look it up.
Based on the price, though, I would say pass on this one.
Okay, that's a good point.
Okay, so there's this show or this internet TV show, whatever you call it, that's called Worth It.
Yeah.
And what they
I
do
know,
is they
yeah.
do 3 different options of something. They'll do like, let's go do fried chicken. Here's a $3 option, a $50 option, and a $200 option.
Yeah, I've seen a couple.
Which
of
one's
episodes.
more worth it? And they don't just do it for food, but those are the only ones I like. to
Yeah,
watch.
no, they do. I've seen a sushi one, and they don't like tell them which one's cheap. They just taste
Oh,
them,
okay.
and then they basically say, "This was the price of it. Was it really valued at that?"
No, the one that I watch, they know exactly what it's going to cost when they go into the place.
Okay, it's a different one than I've seen.
Yeah, the
then.
one I've seen is I think it's done by BuzzFeed. But so they know exactly what it is, and then they go back and they say, hey, which one's worth it? Yeah, this one may have been the best, but the price point was so high, it's not even worth it. So like, and they actually judge it out. A lot of times, the middleman wins.
Really?
Yeah,
Of course.
Okay. I think it would be fun not to know the price point and just kind of try different ones first. And
Yeah,
like,
but
okay,
what
I like this one
the idea of that show is which one is most worth it for the price.
Sure, but then and then later they're like, okay, well this one
Yeah.
is a more expensive one.
So let's take a look and see what this one was cost.
I'm guessing like $12.99.
I bought these a while ago, so I don't 100% remember.
Yeah, I was gonna say $8.
$12.99. Boom.
Dang, I was gonna say
It's because you
$8's
looked these up
generous.
already.
No, I didn't look this up. I just was really.
yeah, so this
that's why
right
I was
here-
shocked when you said $7.99. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get one.
But like that's why I bought them early, because they're already sold out. That's why I bought them when I saw them, because I knew that they weren't going to be around very long. Because there's a beer that I like, my favorite pumpkin beer of all time.
Yeah.
It's a pumpkin ale, and it's called the Pumpkin Ale from Dogfish Head. And literally it tastes like you're drinking a pumpkin pie. I think it is their best beer that they make, but they literally only distribute it, and it's only available for 2 weeks.
Whoa.
Unless you find a place that just didn't sell it, they literally only distribute for 2 weeks out of the year.
You gotta jump
so
on
it's
that one
very,
quick.
Yeah. So that's
Okay.
why when I saw it, I go, hey, I need to pick this one up because it may be limited supply.
yeah.
So I'm very glad I did. But
Yeah.
with this one, what are we ranking it?
Man.
Scale of 1 to 5.
I'm gonna let you go first.
All right.
What do we got there, Boomer?
This is, I don't know. I'm just. Tis the
Drum
season.
roll.
Yeah, tis the season. It's one of my favorite beers, probably that we've had. So I'm giving it a
Okay.
4.5.
4.5. All right, getting a high.
Yeah,
All righty.
It's a.
Do
It's
you
a good beer.
remember? Do you remember what the Yeti tastes like? Do you like it more than the regular Yeti?
I liked it. I like it more than the regular
Okay.
Yeti. Yeah.
I'm gonna
for
say I
sure.
like it a lot, but not as much as the regular Yeti. So I'm gonna go with the 4.
Okay.
See, I was thinking of 4 as well.
Okay.
I was going to go.
So
go
do
with
we do
4.
the rule 2 over 3 wins?
2 over 1? Yep.
or 2 over 1?
We got
Yeah,
you.
That works.
2 to 1. So
we're sticking with a 4.
we're doing it
Yeah.
at 4.
All right. That's fair.
So
good
as
beer.
always, make sure to follow us on Untapped at _Dudes and Brews. You'll see all the fancy beers that we rank here and there.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one was good, dude. I'm glad I saved
Really
it.
good.
Yeah.
Glad I saved
Imperial
this one.
Stout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a traditional Imperial Stout with some pumpkin pie mixed in,
Nice.
so it's pretty good. So we'll get into some obscure events or whatnot that happened this week. So obviously this was planned whenever they decided to do this, but on October 25th of 1978, the first installment of the Halloween franchise came out.
Ooh.
Are you guys a fan of the Halloween movies?
Michael Myers.
Michael Myers, man.
I feel like I have to do a this or that at this point.
Okay.
Halloween.
No, hold on. Don't do that yet.
Okay, all right.
Don't do that yet. I got
Man,
some other games
all
that
right.
might
I
mix
just
in
was
this.
thinking,
so-
okay. yeah.
All right.
Just gonna say, do you like it?
I like where you're going.
I like Jamie Lee Curtis. I thought she did a really good job.
Yeah.
So just your opinion on this film, and then we'll get into a game here in
Got
just
it.
a second.
Jamie Lee Curtis aged well, I will say. It was a
From
good
what I
franchise.
understand, this was her first role.
I just when you say aged well, I'm thinking about Christmas with the Cranks, and it's like she's like basically a grandma, and for you to be like, "Ooh, this grandma aged well," like,
I can't help it.
That's cracking me up.
No, I mean
aged well. She
the
did
boomer
good.
wants those cougars.
I mean, she's not.
Yeah.
I agree. She's not.
mean,
she
he's-
did age well.
so
She
I-
looks a lot like she did.
So it sounds like he's going to be doing a new TV sitcom. It's The Boomer and the Cougar,
I guess so.
right?
That'd be
Yeah,
a big hit.
it's a new segment we're gonna have on here called "Is She Coogan?" And then and we just show Brian pictures of middle-aged
just
women.
let me rate the cougar, and we'll see if she's cougar. I don't know. Can we get behind that franchise of?
I like Halloween. I even like now. Granted, just like any franchise, it starts out great and then just starts getting more terrible when they play it out too long.
Too many.
But I even thought Rob Zombie did a good job when he remade it. I thought he did a good job at it too. I don't know if you saw his remake.
I didn't see the remake.
I feel like I can't really talk about this one because I've only seen Halloween H2O.
Oh
and
my god!
And I saw that a long time ago.
Yeah. It was
So-
one of the
Halloween H2O
more-
is not any good. I think
Yeah,
that's the one with Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
Yeah, not any good.
Yeah.
And
It
wasn't
was
it one of the more popular ones? Like, I guess mainstream is that?
It was just
fair?
like one that came back in my generation. Like
Me,
when I was a
same.
kid, it was like a movie that was a remake or a sequel to an old movie that I never
Yeah, 'cause I think
watched.
that came out
too.
in the year 2000, something like that. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so too.
it came back,
So I
yeah.
was like sophomore in high school.
And you're like, shoot,
And
I'm all about this
I'm
H2O.
like, okay, I'll see what this
Okay.
Halloween's all about.
Shoot.
And then I watched it and I'm like, yeah, that sucked.
yeah, that one was awful. I liked the idea of it though. I mean,
Yeah.
I like the like serial killer style horror films where it's actually like I don't know if you call them a monster, but when you have a serial killer like Jason, or when you have an actual character that you're having
Him and Jason are a lot alike. They walk slow.
Yeah.
And they have no expression
I
in the
could
mask.
outrun
It's
them.
weird.
Yeah, there's no expression.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and move forward to
Okay.
a game.
Okay.
We'll do start, bench, cut. This is what I had for this. Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
I had Jason Voorhees,
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger, and Michael Myers.
Okay. Yeah. I was trying to,
go ahead and go there,
jump the
Boomer.
gun. Start, bench, cut.
So you can go ahead and talk about it all you want, but who do you start? Who do you bench? Who do you cut?
All right. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna give a whole lot of backstory to my selection, but I'm just gonna go ahead and just
That's
say
what I
it.
feel.
Yeah, I'm not giving a whole lot of
Why
backstory.
not? You're not going
but-
to tell me the reasons why?
Well, I was just gonna say, like, in relation to this or that, I've got to give it to my man Jason Voorhees. Like that I grew up on some I
On
grew
Friday
up
the 13th?
Friday, yeah, I grew up on some Jason
Yeah.
Voorhees. Freddy Krueger, I don't know, man. I just I'm gonna have to cut him. You know, stay out of my head, bro. Like,
Yeah.
stay out of my dreams, man. Quit it with that 5-fingered death punch over here. But
he
anyway,
didn't punch you.
That
They were like
was
claws,
it the
but-
marionette
claw,
or
but
remember
yeah.
when he was like that hospital
do you remember
guy
that
in the
was like
hospital?
the weirdest episode or the weirdest?
Yeah, you
dude,
know what I'm talking about?
I'm telling you,
He's
his
like
stuff
a
is so
puppet.
weird.
It's
It's creepy.
crazy.
Dude, it was so creepy.
I'm wondering who came up with Freddy Krueger, like because
don't
that
know.
dude
Wes
was-
Craven, bro.
That was Wes Craven.
Yeah.
You
that
think
was some
so?
twisted stuff.
Yeah, he was the creator.
And then I'm gonna bench Michael Myers because I still got like I watched like the old school Michael Myers stuff.
Like
and
the first one.
Yeah.
and, like,
Wait,
these
look at that
were
second
pretty-
one.
yeah.
What's in his eye? Is
Actually,
that Jamie Lee Curtis?
Well, because
Yeah.
Jamie
What a
Lee
weird
Curtis
poster.
was,
I've
was
gotta
his
say-
sister, right?
Jamie Lee Curtis was his sister.
Yeah.
Yes. So, man, and it's neck and neck with between Michael and Jason for me because now that I look at it, I watched the entire franchise of Halloween. I watched every one of them.
Click on that first poster with the pumpkin knives. That's cool.
Yeah. And okay, you said 1978. Yeah.
Yeah, 1978.
I watched every one of them.
I want to see that thing blown up. That's pretty rad.
It is.
Yeah.
I feel like you could draw something like that.
Yeah, I like how they
That is
did it,
cool.
where it's like it looks like a slash, and then the slash over and over is making up a pumpkin face.
And Jamie Lee Curtis is the one that made this franchise, dude.
Dude,
I
I'm
mean,
telling you,
she
like this
made
movie, these movies were creepy.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it wasn't Mike Myers that did it because he actually doesn't do anything.
he doesn't do
He's
anything
just a mask.
other than he lurks.
Yeah,
He
it's just like a
lurks.
weird. What's funny is I've only seen Halloween H2O, and I feel like the conclusion to this whole thing is that it was in her head the whole time.
Ooh,
You know what I
wow.
mean?
That's a good conclusion.
I mean,
That's
the
fair.
dude, he's not really doing anything.
Yeah.
He's never saying anything.
Well, I mean, who cares? You haven't seen the movie, then that's up to you
Who
guys.
cares?
So, like, because in one, I forget,
doesn't
I want to
count.
say it was in
You gotta watch
Halloween.
You gotta watch it.
Well, I want to say it was maybe the Curse of Michael Myers. Maybe it was H2O. One of them, she chops his head off. Like he gets hit by a car and he's stuck between a car and a tree.
Yeah, it's not
And she
Buzz-
chops his head off.
It's not Busta Rhymes. It's LL Cool J. He's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
security-
yeah.
Oh, it's because Busta Rhymes is in Resurrection.
Oh, what?
I knew he was in one of them.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I saw
Okay.
that H2O.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew he was in one of them.
So yeah, there's my go-tos. There's my top picks.
So
Wait, is
no,
that Tyra
let's go.
Banks too?
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
resurrection? Hilarious.
It
yeah.
is.
So the thing is, though, Brian, who are you starting and who are you benching? You never specified.
Yeah, no, I'm starting Jason Voorhees and I'm benching Michael Myers.
Benching Mike.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Michael Myers.
All right.
Freddy's out, dude.
Man, when I was
Freddy's
a kid, I
done.
watched Freddy Krueger movies, and I'm like, why did my mom ever let me do that?
I agree.
Those movies are so weird.
Creepy.
Dude,
They're
they
the
are-
weirdest things that you
yeah.
could ever
Yeah.
imagine. And I literally remember nightmares. That's what I had nightmares about was Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
As a
It would
kid,
literally give
and
you
it's like,
nightmares.
yeah, it's weird. Like I'm sure I've had plenty of nightmares in my day, and I only remember Freddy Krueger ones. Like I got
Still
PTSD
haunts you.
from it,
Yeah,
bro.
still haunts you, bro.
Oh, so you're saying I should go ahead and turn these off?
I mean, I'm
Look
not like
at
scared to
this.
see it, but
What's the backstory on Freddy Krueger? Like, where did this come? He's just like haunt your dreams.
no. See, this is the thing. He was like a pedophile in the neighborhood, so all the
man.
parents of the kids like found out about it, and they burned him alive in a house.
Oh, okay. All right.
And
Creepy, dude.
and then I don't know how that ties with him being able to come into your dreams, but he can only attack you when you're dreaming. I'm gonna have to cut him because I feel like, and I just don't know, man. I just feel like I don't want to see this anymore.
yeah, I'm done. I'm done,
I'm
with it.
done,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
I would say
I'm not a big fan of horror films, it sounds like.
I'm not a big fan of horror films, but Jason Voorhees I loved as a kid too. I
Yeah, I
love
did
Freddy
too.
Krueger and Jason Voorhees, but I love the camp feel. So I don't know if it's Jason Voorhees as much as the whole camp
Yeah.
idea and
So
like going
did
to
you-
the sleepaway camp.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a cool thing. You know, when I was a kid, I was really into that. So I'm going to start him, and I'm thinking maybe they should reboot it and come up with a different storyline. You know how the first one, it wasn't Jason, it was his mom, actually, with the mask?
Yeah.
Like, maybe reboot it and have another weird spin-off like that where there was actually something different going on. You know, maybe it really was in somebody's head this time. A different plot twist. Maybe M. Night Shyamalan come on. You know what I mean? And then you get Shyamalan at the end.
Shyamalan.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't see him doing a horror film. I really couldn't. I couldn't see him doing that at all.
Isn't that what he tries to do?
No, his, I would say, are all like suspense thrillers.
Yeah, what about like fifth signs?
The Sixth Sense?
Sixth
Signs.
Signs, a suspense.
Is that not like a scary movie?
I mean, you might call it.
There's a
you might
monster.
find it in the horror section.
Yeah.
I call it more of a thriller, but maybe.
What about that movie where they were running from the wind the whole time? That was supposed to be scary.
The Happening.
Yeah, that was
The
supposed
Happening.
to be
Wasn't
scary.
Mark Wahlberg in that
Mark
one?
Wahlberg was in that one.
That
yeah.
was an odd movie.
Dude, that was so weird.
It was weird.
The way that was done was just awful. I was so excited about it too.
I know, I was too.
And then
on
I
release.
saw it, and it was like laugh out loud.
Yeah.
When they were like,
They're running from the wind.
run, and they like felt the gust of wind. It's like, it's already there, bro. What are you running from now?
Yeah, you're done.
Oh, the whole thing was
we
weird.
talked about The Mist.
Yeah.
That one was crazy.
Yeah, that
Anyway,
was
I
good.
know.
Dude, The
we're
Mist
getting
was
off
great,
topic.
and it's because of the ending.
Yeah, the ending
But-
was wild.
So if I'm
What do
gonna
you got?
rate these guys, I'm gonna start Michael Myers because of
Because it's sentimental to him.
because the idea of the story seems it seems semi-realistic as far as just somebody being crazy and wanting to go murder people, and
It is more realistic.
it seems
yeah.
more
I
realistic.
thought he was a dead guy. I thought he was their dead brother.
I'll
have to- I don't know. We'll have to
I'm gonna
look
have to go back
back.
and watch
She
all.
kills
of
him
these.
every one.
No, he escaped from an insane asylum.
Yeah, I think he escaped.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he's-
don't think he was dead
He escaped supposedly.
But
like-
she's killed him every time though, and he still comes
because
back.
I
Yeah.
think they're making another one.
I think he's
Yeah,
even
And I
burnt
just saw a
alive.
thing where she's like, "I can't wait for him to come back so I can kill him for the last time, for the final
Yeah,
time."
so
Yeah.
I'm like, what is he?
I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah, he's just a psycho guy that escaped from an insane asylum, and he's murdering people. And I think that seems more realistic. Jason, to me, I didn't watch him when I was a kid, so I didn't watch Jason's until I was. I think I saw the first one when I was a teenager, maybe in high school, and even then, I mean that was around the same time that like the Hostel movies came
Yeah,
out.
you weren't into it. At
I was
that
not
point.
into those films because to me, I'm like, these are basically softcore porns.
Hostel or Friday the 13th?
Yeah.
Both of them. Like,
Really?
have you
Friday
seen
the
the new Friday the 13th? The one that came out in
No.
2013?
No.
God awful.
Oh,
The
man.
Jason X, where they're like in
I didn't watch that one either.
Well, like they're in
I watched
like
clips
a
of it 'cause it's
virtual
stupid.
world, and it's like futuristic. And he
Oh,
goes into this like
that's too
virtual
far.
camp to kill people.
Yeah, it's too
well,
far.
before he goes in there to kill these girls like for some reason decide to get naked and make out, and then he kills them. And I'm like, so that's where I'm like, it's like a softcore porn. So
Oh, man.
I'm actually going to be cutting Jason,
Okay.
Yeah.
Cutting Jason.
and then
You bring in the softcore porn, cut. You get cut.
I mean, but I can totally get his perspective on it. Like, by the time he was into, like, I guess, horror movies or whatever, he was watching other movies.
Yeah, I was like,
Jason.
I don't.
But the
no
same thing about
thanks.
Halloween. By the time I was old enough to watch movies, Halloweens were old. I'm like, I'm not watching
Yeah, I
something from the
guess so.
70s.
No, they were old, but I remember because my brother is
Old but
super
classic.
into
Well,
horror films,
And your brothers are a lot older as well.
right.
know.
But I will say that like I just remember this is gonna sound naive or dumb, but like I remember going to like the video store to get video game or to get
I
like
remember, too.
movies, and I remember
Yeah.
the back section. Like there was a separate room,
You had to
and it was
stay out of
all
those
horror
sections.
films.
Yeah.
And I just assumed every time I saw something that was rated R, I just assumed it was gonna be a scary movie.
Yeah.
Because my brother would watch them all the time, and I wasn't allowed to watch them
Do
with
you
him.
remember that? Like when your mom would catch you in the horror section or the rated R, like, boy, what are you doing
That's
back there?
what I said.
Yeah.
Like my mom was weird. Like she let me watch stuff that I should have never watched. Like they owned video stores, so I would always know. I would memorize all of the VHS covers.
Yeah.
even the ones
wow.
there were movies that I couldn't watch because
why
it
it's
has
so
some strong
good. Growing up.
content. But like horror movies, for some reason, didn't get cut. I'm like, how did these not get cut out of movies that I can't see?
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Nudity and stuff like that, it would get cut if it was a movie like that. But
Right.
just general horror movies, I'm like, these things are garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Friday the 13th.
I think my mom was the same way when it comes to As long as there's no nudity, I could really care less.
Right. Who cares what
Yeah.
other stuff's going on in there? Like,
but for some reason, I remember her not letting me watch the horror films with my brother, and I think it was because she didn't want me to have to deal with nightmares.
yeah.
Yeah, makes
So,
sense.
But yeah, so that means that I'm leaving Freddie on the bench. Why? Because he's the only one left
Yeah,
out of the other two that I talked about.
Yeah.
that makes sense.
All right, guys. So we'll go ahead and we'll get into a couple other games here. So we're gonna play Plot or Not. All right. So I hope you guys are ready for this. We got a couple of obscure films here for you guys. Okay.
Obscure.
So this first one's for you, Boomer.
Oh man.
Okay, and
Put
I'm
me
picking
on.
this one for you for a reason, and you're gonna find out why when you see the cover of this
Oh,
film.
nice.
This is Bubba Hotep, starring Bruce Campbell. So go ahead and tell me what
Bruce
this film's
Campbell,
about.
yeah.
But
Yes.
tell me what what's the reason behind you picking this one for me, dude?
I mean,
That's a good question.
can you not see
it the
Elvis?
sideburns?
Elvis is
Yeah.
somebody. So Elvis was popular for people your age
during
man.
my time.
during your
Your
Boomer
age?
time.
No way.
that old.
Elvis was big in the 50s.
No,
I've never been to Graceland, Joe.
No, this is a play on us calling you Boomer. That's all this
yeah,
is.
right.
It really does not because of your age. It's
Well-
because we call you Boomer.
Let me know if you want me to read the bottom for you.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, you have really good
The subtitle
eyes.
says The King of Rock and Roll versus the King of the Dead.
Oh man. All right. The King of.
So what's this movie about here, buddy?
So, wow, Bruce Campbell.
You can see him going, "Hey,
Hey yo, okay, so this is a it's not a compilation, but it's a competition between two kings, right? So,
Right.
All right. So these two
Obviously.
kings, yeah, that's pretty obvious. The two kings are going head to head. All right. So, the King of the Dead is a former pop star.
okay."
Okay, and he's coming back for his title. He's coming back for the champion.
Let me ask you a question. Wasn't Elvis the original King of Pop?
Was he-
So
oh, yeah,
it's
the
weird.
original?
It's weird that there was already a dead one beforehand.
I mean,
but
I
just
get- yeah,
saying.
that's
just
true.
He's
Maybe
Elvis is the
that's
king of
part
rock
of the
and roll.
story.
King of rock and roll.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. King of Pop is Michael
That's
Jackson.
Michael Jackson, bro.
My bad.
Which Michael Jackson was much later, but
Maybe that's
So
Michael
okay, so I'm not
Jackson.
understanding like what happens in this film. So there was a battle of some kind.
battle?
Like go into more detail here, buddy.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I'm lost on this film. You just
You're
described it
lost in the-
15,000 films.
Lost in the Sauce.
Watch yourself over there, buddy.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know what's happening in this film. I have no idea. You've got a dead person, the King of the Dead on the right. You got Bruce Campbell on the left.
No, that's not Bruce
king-
Campbell.
you
That's Elvis, bro.
It's Elvis,
Is that
homie.
Okay, Elvis on the left.
Who happens to look like Bruce Campbell.
All right, let's see. Okay, you've got a three-peat down here at the bottom. You got a triple threat. Who's this guy on the bottom right?
I don't
Is that
know.
Hitler?
No, that's
Nope.
a black guy.
I'll
Oh.
tell you who it is when I read the story, and you're gonna laugh.
All right.
Yeah, it's funny because there is three pictures.
But-
One's Elvis, one's the King of the Dead, and then one's this other black guy. Like,
okay.
what's he doing
But you
there?
said it's super creepy, right? It's actually a scary movie.
I've never seen this one.
Oh,
So
you've never seen it.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna find us in the horror genre. I will say that to me,
Yeah,
it's horror like I would say the Army of Darkness is horror,
it's dark
Oh,
comedy.
okay.
where it's
dark.
like
Definitely
a
dark
horror comedy. Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to figure out some sort of plot behind.
All right.
this.
So
This is-
Boomer sucks at this game, and he's
Yeah.
always gonna lose.
yeah, this
We're
is
just
Let me
gonna
hit
go
it.
ahead
Let me hit it, dude.
Yeah,
I'll,
hit-
I'll
hit-
tell you
hit-
what's going
Go
on
ahead and
here.
guess. Go ahead and. So you're going to play them both here, Larry, since you know how to.
And I'm gonna tell you, dude, that this actually was the King of Pop, Michael Jackson. You see, what happened was Michael Jackson was on the set of Thriller whenever he found a rip in the time continuum, and he went back in time, but he was still wearing his face paint. And when he went back in time, he appeared on the set of an Elvis Presley music video. Elvis wasn't having that, so they threw down. They had a dance off.
One gyrating hips and one
Yeah,
moving
shoving the
feet.
hips.
Thank you.
Doing the moonwalk, face to
Man.
face, King of Pop. It should be called the King of Pop, not the King of Dead. But
Yeah.
he thought he was dead the whole time because he was in his Thriller makeup. And the third guy at the bottom,
Who's that, Larry?
he actually went through the time rip and then took on the role of Michael Jackson from that point on. So
Whoa,
that's the
that's-
guy that
it's-
we know
it's
as
like
Michael Jackson.
Morgan
He-
Freeman.
he's just an old man in here, so Michael Jackson
Formerly-
survived to be old.
Formerly
Yeah.
known as
Okay.
Tupac.
Yeah, it's-
Yeah.
All right. Well, you're completely wrong.
Oh.
Oh,
You're not even close.
I couldn't even get close.
So after falling into a lengthy coma following a freak accident involving hip gyration. A now
From Elvis always busting those hip moves, bro.
a now aged Elvis Presley wakes up in an East Texas nursing home where he
yes.
befriends Jack, an African American senior who claims to be President JFK. After
Not Michael Jackson, JFK actually.
after residents of their quiet retirement community start dying of dubiously unnatural
Dubiously.
if I could read, dubiously unnatural causes, Elvis and Jack discover that the perpetrator is Bubba Hotep, an Egyptian mummy with murderous intentions.
Damn, Bubba Hotep.
Bubba Hotep. It's funny because that little picture, he looked like he was like Billy the Kid's mummy or something. Yeah, see if
we
there's
go
any
back
other
to the-
pictures of Bubba Hotep. See that little bottom one?
Yeah, look at
Look
it.
like Billy the Kid right there.
It does.
That's why I thought it was funny you went with pop music, but I had to keep it alive. I was like,
okay.
all right.
Yeah, you did.
Wait, zoom in. It has like names next to him. Elvis, Bubba Hotep,
Hotep.
JFK.
JFK. Yeah, just,
Dude, I wish I would have
dang.
seen that. If I had that on my
Formerly
phone, I would have picked that up. That's hilarious.
JFK.
Man, thanks for keeping it alive, though,
Oh,
bro.
yeah, man.
All right, so
I can't let
Boomer's
you fall.
awful at this
Yeah.
game, but that one was fun. So we're
man,
gonna do another one here.
I can't even
Why?
pull it
Because we always
together.
got two of these.
We're gonna have
Do
to
it.
hit Joe with the next one.
Yeah, Joe, you hit the next one.
I mean, next time you
Yeah,
get
oh, yeah.
one for him.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you're saying I need to? Well, I mean, you technically did pick this one out. I haven't read what it's about. So you want me to go with this
yeah,
one?
you do this one.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
see. Let's see what you got.
All right.
So this one here is The People Under the Stairs.
Oh yeah, this one was your pick, huh?
Yeah, this was my go-to.
Yeah. So People Under the Stairs. It reminds me of The Fog. The poster does, because The Fog's about ghost pirates, and it does have the same kind of skull at the top of the photo.
Okay.
It's Wes Craven, so it's going to be
Yeah, I saw that too.
an older kind of more classic, so less jump scares. So let's see. So a family buys a house.
Okay.
And come to find out, this house was built on a Native American burial ground.
That's Poltergeist.
That's Amityville Horror.
That's
Oh,
Poltergeist.
am I
Poltergeist.
naming other films? Okay.
Yeah. That's close, though.
Okay, so hold on. Okay, so
ahead.
hold on. Wait. We're going to go back. Okay.
Yeah.
They buy the house, and unbeknownst to them, the family that owned the house before had all been murdered. And for some reason, the guy that murdered them all buried them under the house.
Under the Stairs.
Yeah.
Classic.
Under the
tale.
house.
Classic tale.
And
That's Wes Craven classic.
and it's a zombie film.
Ooh,
So
okay.
the people that died and were buried under the house come to life and start crawling out, and they happen to crawl out from underneath the stairs to kill the family that are now living in there.
Okay.
Am I right?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
So go ahead and tell me what it's about here.
So from
here,
what I
Boomer.
remember watching,
You can just read it.
well, yeah, I mean, okay, so when young fool, parentheses,
When young.
Wait, so
fool-
his name is Fool.
fool, yeah, it is, yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
Brandon Adams breaks into the home of his family's.
Look at that fool picture at the bottom. That's young.
That's it.
That's
That's
young
Fool
fool.
right
That's his rap name, Young
That's
Fool.
oh man, all right. No, I want to give a synopsis real quick before reading this.
Okay,
Okay,
good. Go
all
ahead.
From what I remember, it's there's actually people living under the stairs. There's actually I want to say it's either the family or like the distant long.
So is
distance
this like
relative.
1940s Germany?
There are people. Well, they're hollowed out walls within the house that people actually live in and crawl around in, but are never seen or exposed to other people. But there
People
are
living in the
actually
walls.
people that live in the walls and in the basements and in the dark, like a little kid.
Okay.
A little kid like doggy crawls all the way through like air vents, and it's
Oh,
crazy,
man.
dude. Anyway,
Look at the names of the characters. Look at their names in the movie.
Man, woman, Alice.
I forgot these people.
Leroy
were in it.
and
Ving
Roach.
Rhames? Yeah,
There's Man, Woman, Alice, Leroy, and Roach.
I
Those-
could be wrong though. What?
And Fool.
Anyway, go ahead and
And
finish
Young
reading
Fool.
it. So Young Fool breaks into the home.
Yeah, he breaks into the home of his family's greedy and uncaring landlords. He discovers a disturbing scenario where, in what does that say?
Incestuous.
Adult siblings have mutilated a number of boys and kept them imprisoned under the stairs in a large,
what I was thinking it
creepy
was.
house. As Fool attempts to flee before the psychopaths can catch him, he meets their daughters.
Their
Okay,
daughter.
Daughter Alice.
Their daughter
So
Alice.
it's like man and woman are really brother and sister.
Oh, this is not at all the movie I was thinking about.
Who
then.
has been spared an extreme discipline by their deranged parents? Can Fool and Alice escape before it's
So
too
there's
late?
like a lot of people who've been like mutilated and stuff, but then there's like Alice, who's the only one who's been spared of all this, and she helps Fool get out of there.
That's what it
Yeah, I
sounds
feel like
like.
I did the listeners a complete disservice.
Bro,
No, man, the movie that you described sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what movie that is.
It's got that dude from The Sandlot in it.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's him.
It's the homie from The Sandlot.
Yeah.
Well, why is he not listening?
is that Fool?
Oh, it is.
Look at him. He
That-
really
He's
did
just
turn into
older
young
now.
Fool.
He's just older now.
Yeah.
Fool grew up to be a rapper.
Yeah. he did.
I did not realize that was
Look,
the
he
same
was
guy.
from D2, Mighty Ducks.
Oh,
I was thinking
yeah.
The Sandlot,
That's a
but-
good movie.
Yeah, I
Dang.
remember Sandlot.
He did get
Okay.
old. I mean, obviously, you grow
He
up.
did get old. He
I'm trying
did
to remember
age.
what movie that was because it was actually it wasn't a bad like horror flick, right? It was actually kind of a. It was filmed on
Like
a
more
resident
suspense?
street. Yeah, it was a suspense movie. Man, I cannot remember what the name of it was now. I don't know. I'll figure it out and I'll bring it to the
That's funny.
the table next time.
No, dude. I mean, the movies sounded good to me.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. We got a few more games here. Before we go into the next game, do you want to open another beer?
Let's do it. Let's let my man Larry reach in and grab.
Yeah,
one.
let me pick one out here.
Yeah, pick one out, brother.
Maybe I should bring three from now on and have you guys choose.
Oh, look at that. It's a Voodoo Ranger.
Oh yeah.
But it's an atomic pumpkin. Nice.
Nice.
It's a spicy little release. Here you go, Joe.
Cool.
I'm going to leave this one in the
Yeah, so
can.
it's a
Thanks, sir.
spicy
Oh, yeah,
release. So that makes me
What?
wonder if it's really going to be spicy like
I gotta
like a
pour it
pepper's
up.
going to be spicy.
I love to see the beard. I gotta pour it up.
I think it's
Yeah.
spicy like what you were saying earlier. Ooh. Sorry. I think it's spicy like you were saying earlier, where pumpkin is really just about spices and it somehow puts off the illusion
Oh
of pumpkin
no!
flavor.
I was hoping it had like a pepper spice.
Ooh, look at the color on that one.
Oh, it does have a nice color. All right, I guess I'll
We're
pour
gonna
it.
have to pour it in. Come on now.
Now that I saw the color, I'm like, I gotta pour it.
I love pouring these things up.
Dang, bro, you got enough head over there?
Don't you dare judge me, bro.
I'll try not
You
to.
only live once.
YOLO. Let me see if I can do this without spilling.
That
on
is
the
a lot of
computer.
head, bro. All right. Voodoo Ranger was one of the high scoring on the last one.
Yeah, so we're bringing it back to what we did.
It
last
already
week,
doesn't
basically.
taste as pumpkin-y as that last one.
Really?
That last one though was a stout. This one is not a stout.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's more. I'm gonna call it a pumpkin ale, even though it doesn't say on the can.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Um,
It's atomic pumpkin.
but let's look it up here.
Let's see. Is there any fun things to read? Those are always good. I gotta say, both cans today get a 5 out of 5
Yeah.
on design. I love it.
Yeah, the design is awesome. Oh, I taste the spice on the back.
Yeah, I
end.
like this one. It gives you the full Ranger rather than just his head, which is cool.
Yeah.
Normally, you just see his head.
I like his
but
outfit.
yeah.
his outfit's
he's not
on
wearing
point.
anything different. I mean, he's just looking fly as all get out.
Dude, it looks like he's a
got the-
skateboarder. I
He's
had
got
no
the
idea.
Ranger hat on top of the pilot hat.
He's been doing that. It's
he
weird.
really?
Yeah, with all the Rangers, he does that.
Oh. That's really cool.
Oh, is he like the new Belgium mascot for other stuff?
No, just all their beers. They have the.
Yeah, no, well, not all of them, but the
Well, I
the
guess I
Voodoo
said all the
Ranger.
Ranger ones, but that's the kind of beer.
Yeah, because they do because don't
I've
they do
seen other
Fat
ones where
Tire?
he has those.
Doesn't New,
Oh yeah,
New
yeah.
Belgium does
You're
Fat Tire,
right. You're
too?
right. New Belgium is the brand of beer. Voodoo
the-
Ranger is usually an IPA.
Yeah,
But it's weird. Is this an IPA pumpkin?
it's
what's going
according
on?
to Untapped, it's a pumpkin or yam beer, so just a pumpkin beer, not anything
Okay.
specific. So a pumpkin ale, I would call it.
Yeah, it's good. That's really good. I'm gonna have to give this one a good rating.
Oh, this one
Tell
is
you-
pretty
I'm
good.
gonna tell you right now.
It is way different than the other one for
Yeah.
sure, because the other one you get more body to it. It's a thicker mouthfeel. It's got more of those chocolate coffee notes.
Yeah, for sure.
This one, you really do get. Ooh, man, I'm getting the cinnamon now. Oh man, I didn't get that at first.
I'm getting the
Oh,
spice way back here.
like a little bit of spice, like a pepper kind of
Yeah,
spicy.
almost a pepper spice.
This is a trick or treating beer.
Oh, this is one you
yeah.
take trick or treating with
This
you.
is
one
a
you
beer
take
you
on a
drink
hayride.
when you're on. This is a hayride beer.
Yeah, it's a hayride
Hayride beer. There you go.
This all right. We just dubbed this beer as a hayriding beer.
Mm-hmm.
It is good. It's not super aggressive on the front end.
No, dude, this is super good. I'm really liking this.
No, dude, this one's good.
I don't think I've had a pumpkin that I like as much as this one.
Oh man, I'm disappointed I didn't bring that other beer. I'm gonna have to see if I can find it and bring it next week.
Okay, we'll do it.
Well, I'm having a hard time with this one, guys, just because that Imperial Stout was so amazing.
That one knocked your socks off.
I loved that beer. Yeah, it knocked my socks off.
I think if
this
you,
one,
I think you could use this one to cut that other beer.
I
though.
think so. Yeah,
You know what I
could cut
mean?
it.
Like
Oh, so
half,
you're saying
half
do a
and half.
mixer?
Ooh,
Yeah,
mixer
make
would
it
be
less.
amazing.
That other
He's
one
all
was
about the
a
mixer.
little thick, but this would lighten it up a little bit.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's good. It's a really tasty beer, and it's drinkable. Very
Dude, this
drinkable.
one's good. You're right. It may be like the cloves or
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I do feel something like tickling the back of my.
Yeah, something back here.
It just tickles a little bit. It doesn't hurt.
Well, it's
Yeah.
pumpkin
It's not
fairies.
like spicy.
Yeah. pumpkin
It's not
berry,
like
yeah.
spicy and like I would say like salsa spicy, but it gives you something that a normal beer doesn't.
True.
Gives you something to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gives you something to think about.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
Jackie
man, we might
Chan
have to-
tap dancing on the back of my throat right now.
I know what you mean. It's weird now that y'all said that. I feel it.
It's back here. It's
It's like whenever you check your pulse. That's where you feel it. It's right where your pulse is.
Yes, like right
Yeah.
here. Like I'm trying to like point to it, but it's like back here.
yeah. Well, what do you got on this one, Joe?
Dude, this one's good. I think I'm gonna give this one a 4 as well.
Oh, you going with a
It's
four on
good.
this one?
It's as
Okay.
good as the other one, and just in a different way.
Okay.
But I
Yeah.
say they're both just as good. Yeah.
It sent shivers down my back.
saw that.
Because it gave me that tap dance. Tap danced me into a shiver.
Yeah, fix the mustache on that one. You had
Yeah, I
tap
had
dance.
to. Woo.
Whoa. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm getting a tap dance on the back.
Gotta
of
get
my-
that twirl back.
Yeah.
Get out of
man.
here with that,
Yeah,
man.
you're right. They're both good in their own way. It's just as good, and just in a different way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna go 4.5.
Oh,
All
a
right.
little bit higher.
Well, I'm gonna go back down. I'll do a 4 since I gave the
4?
other one a 4.5.
All right, so we're giving
a
them
good beer.
both a 4.
Yeah.
So 2-1. This one's a 4. Again, make sure to follow us on Untapped at _dudes and brews. Dude, these beers did not disappoint. I
Not
think this
at
may
all.
be one of the only times we've had 4s across the board on these.
I think so.
Yeah, 2 4s.
in
I
one
think
night.
so too.
Most of the time, it's like a 3.5, 3.75, but a
Yeah.
2 4s. Man, I'm impressed. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and get into a couple other games here. So next one, we're gonna play the name game. Okay, I tried
do it.
really hard not to talk about them too much before we played this game because I wanted to bring up some other horror movie franchises, but that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just name horror movie franchises.
Man.
So I'll start because I just feel like I want to start right now, and I'm gonna start with Leprechaun.
Oh,
Boomer,
yeah.
what you got there, buddy?
That's one I was gonna go with. I'm gonna go with.
Really? Out of
yeah.
all of them, you're doing Leprechaun? I was gonna say because it's obscure
Yeah. This is horror movie.
horror franchise. So there has
So
to
it
be
has
at
there
least
has to be
3.
more than one.
Has to be at least 3.
At least 3.
All right.
I mean, because if it's, I mean, I think a franchise may actually have 4, but I'm gonna say 3.
all right. I'm gonna go with Hostel.
Hostel, okay.
Yeah.
How many hostels are there?
I mean, there's at least 3.
Yeah. At least 3 for sure.
Is there 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you
I think
calling him
there's
out
like
right
4 or
now?
5.
There's definitely not 4 or 5 hostels.
Maybe not. 3 for sure though.
I think there's 2.
There might be 2. I don't know.
I think we should just go with: is there a series? Is there more than one?
Okay, if there's more than one, okay, that's fine. So
Okay.
Hostel,
Okay.
it has more than
All
one.
right,
For sure.
so I'm gonna go with Amityville.
Oh yeah. It's a good pick.
I'm gonna go with Saw.
Dang it, that was
Oh,
my next
yeah,
one.
that was my next one too.
I don't even like Saw, but go
I don't
ahead.
either.
All right. Well, I'm
I
gonna,
couldn't get through the first one.
yeah.
He starts cutting his foot off, and I'm like, yeah, I'm turning this off. This is too
Oh,
weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
I like how we all get into, we all get that same kind of
Yeah,
feel.
We all do.
We're like, oh, it starts to hurt my ankle.
That's what it's going for.
yeah, it is.
And I just don't like that kind of horror. That's why I like the old school horror better. But anyway, go ahead, Boomer.
Let's see. Friday the 13th.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Scream.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Man,
that was a good one,
Yeah,
man.
that's a good pick.
See,
Blair
Scream
Witch,
came out.
Blair
whenever
Witch
you were-
Project.
Oh, there were 2 of them.
Yeah.
Yep. Child's Play.
Oh.
Oh, there you go. Oh, see, there were 3. Yeah, part 3 came out in 2011.
Yeah, I thought it was
Okay.
hilarious. He said 5. Like, I think 5 or 6.
I'm like, I know there's at
like
least
5
3.
or 6 hostels.
I'm gonna say, I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Ooh, I
Man.
forgot about that
Dude,
one.
those
That
are
was
These
good.
guys- those were like the ones we grew up on.
Yeah, that was
Good.
good, man. I loved it.
Lean into the mic there, buddy, or pull it to you.
I still know what you did a few years back.
Yeah. Man, let's see. Horror movies, huh? Let's see. I'm trying to think.
I got a couple more in my brain here, buddy.
Do you?
Yep.
Man, I was just trying to think of the ones that we were talking about earlier. Man.
Well, you did 2 out of the 3 that we talked about
Yeah,
earlier.
Halloween.
There you go.
Yeah, Halloween.
Okay, I'm
thank
gonna
you.
go with Poltergeist.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, I think I just have it in my mind, and you guys both just threw me off.
Yeah.
Evil Dead.
Okay.
Dead. Dawn of the Dead.
Ooh, what is the one about the Exorcist?
Oh, there were more than one of those. So you said there has to be at least 2,
Right.
which opens it up a little bit more. So I will say 28 days later, because then they had 28 weeks later.
Okay. True.
Yeah. Man.
You're opening it up just to 2, so it makes it a little bit easier for me.
Oh.
Ooh, I got one.
What? Alien.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's a science fiction horror. Yeah, I would throw that in horror.
All right.
The Ring.
Was there more than one?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
there
there
was.
was.
I never
Yeah.
watched the second one
Yeah.
because I was thinking The Grudge, but I think there's only one.
There's more than one Grudge.
Oh, is there more than one? Then?
Dang.
That's what I was gonna say
Yeah.
next.
Oh,
like, dang it.
man.
I'm like, I only thought there was one, so
Oh,
there
that
you go.
was
You got me.
good. Yeah, those were good. Man, guys.
The Grudge was not any good, dude. It had Sarah Michelle Gellar
Yeah.
as the main character
Sarah Michelle Gellar, was she in the Grudge?
Yeah, she was in the
she
first one.
in the first
Yeah,
one.
she was in the first one.
That creepy thing
Yeah.
going out of her head.
Yeah, that was super creepy. I'm trying to think of some other franchise, some other. Oh man,
Yeah, I might be out.
Yeah, I think I'm out, dude.
I'm gonna see if it is Sarah Michelle Gellar. I could be wrong.
I thought she was in the first one. Yeah.
That's I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Is this the main character? This girl right here?
No, it's definitely.
Oh, I
It
didn't know
is.
it
Look
was.
right there on
It's
IMDb. Sarah Michelle
Yeah,
Gellar.
it's Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Oh, it did. Yes. Okay, I'm not crazy.
So are you
Yeah,
are you
I'm
done?
gonna drop out on
Okay,
this
I'm
one,
gonna say
yeah.
Jaws.
Okay.
Is that considered a horror? Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
so,
it was
yeah.
a horror.
Mhm.
No, I was just I had to question myself. And yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so. I have to go back to Best Buy when I used to have to organize DVDs.
Oh man, yeah, he's got a laundry list.
I know.
over
I'm
here.
trying to think of that.
I used to organize them. Well, he
The
used
horror
to his
films.
his,
Oh, yeah, your
his
parents-
mom
yeah,
used
your
to
mom's
own a
store.
video
I know.
store.
I hung out there every day.
Hellraiser.
Oh,
Those
man.
were the worst. That was on the
Dude,
list of movies I couldn't watch.
That was so creepy. I never.
I
wanted
wasn't
even
allowed
check
to
them
watch
out.
it, but I did have Hellraiser comic books, which was just as bad.
Dude,
I've never
the-
seen the movie, but I read the
The
comics.
cover
I'm like,
creeped
these
me out enough to never
Me too,
want to watch it.
I have one from earlier, Candyman.
Oh
Yeah, you remember that
man,
one? Candyman.
Well, you're already out,
I
so
know.
you already dipped
Dang,
out. So that's on
Candyman
you,
was
bro.
good. Candyman was good.
That was a good
I don't think I ever
go-to.
watched it.
What's that one? Yeah. Was Jean-Claude Van Damme? I think it won in one of
What are you
them.
talking about, John Claude Van Damme for? You distracted me.
Sorry.
Oh,
there-
so
he
I
was-
can't get blood sport out of my
Oh,
head.
no.
yeah, he was never in a
Bloodsport.
horror movie.
It was the same actor, I think, from Candyman was in one of those blood sports. Anyway,
Ooh, I know. Gremlins.
I mean,
They're dark comedy. It's,
yeah, that's
if
cool.
you're gonna call that Elvis
Technically-
Presley crap,
technically, you find it in the horror film. Personally, if I were to be the person that organizes films in a movie store, it's going in holiday films because it's a Christmas movie.
yeah.
what about the sequel?
The sequel is not a Christmas movie, but the first one is.
So you're gonna separate the movies, have them in different parts of the store?
Yes.
Okay, you're fired.
Yeah.
you're not working at the movie
No,
store
I,
anymore.
no, I own the place.
People
so
are gonna be
you're
like,
fired.
"Hey, where can you find Gremlins Part 1?" Oh,
Part
sorry,
one's
we
in the
put that in the
holiday,
holiday.
No, so like the real question is, do you not watch the Gremlins during the holidays?
No, I don't
It
watch
is a
it
good-
at all. I watched it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I watch it every holiday season.
That's
I watched it
hilarious.
with you when
Me
we
and the kids
after
Sit and
Christmas
watch
service.
it. Yeah, me and the kids. We
After
did.
Christmas church service.
Yeah.
All right, tradition, kids, gather around.
I went over to Joe's and we
That's
watched
hilarious.
Gremlins
Me and the kids
I wanna
will
watch
watch
it.
Yeah.
the Gremlins every year
after Christmas
and then I
service.
don't watch it with the kids, but I always like to watch Die Hard during the holidays
Oh
too.
yeah.
I've never seen Die Hard.
Oh,
It's okay.
during, like-
So I'm gonna for all the men out there, it's a great film. But if I'm being a film critic, man, it's all right.
Yeah, I'm sure it's all right.
I'm like, it's not that great.
think
But
of
if
another
we're
one.
trying to think, so getting back to this game here, so
Yeah.
horror film franchises, at least 2 films.
Yeah, we've already named like 15 or 20.
I
of them.
mean, they've done so many doubles of films nowadays. I could probably say
Yeah.
1,000 of them. Like, Slither. There's a second one, right?
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Dang it.
I have no idea, but that's the thing. So when you get down to 2, you can. half the time now, if the movie does halfway decent, they're gonna make a second one, even if it's god awful. That's why I said you have to have at least.
I think they did make a
What about The
Slither.
Happening? I don't think they brought that one
No,
back.
that's Shyamalan never repeats himself.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna get this one.
You got it. There's definitely
There's so many out
another one to
there.
grab.
I'm trying to think of franchises though, like where there's like 3 or 4.
He had it. He's close.
What about that Goosebumps hitter, Not a Living Dummy?
What about the
Not the Living Dummy, dude. There was like 3 of them. Even for the Goosebumps movies, they made like 3 of them.
I mean, you say Goosebumps, that franchise? They did multiple Goosebumps films. That's what I was gonna say.
Well, they did multiple books, but usually they didn't do all of the books into like mini films.
No, but they did a lot of them they did a few of them into mini films. I know they did the one with the mask.
The one they did with
They
Jack
didn't do
Black?
part 2 of the Mask though. They
No,
only did the
they
first
didn't.
one.
But they did. But I just say Goosebumps in general. Like you say Goosebumps, I would consider that a horror film franchise.
Okay, so that works.
Yeah,
That works.
You're like, oh crap! I think you're narrowing it down for me too much.
because I really don't. Honestly, it's
Oh,
like a horror
dude.
book, and then it's almost like TV episodes, like TV shows.
I thought I think they were like straight to movie or straight to TV movies, right? So like maybe an hour and a half long.
They were like an hour-long episodes, yeah.
Bro,
Okay.
But they did 2 of them for the dummy.
There's one that just came to my
Don't
mind.
say it. Don't say it.
Oh man.
Let me see. Let me
There's
think
like
if I can get
4
it.
of them.
There's 4 of them.
4 or 5 of them. Yeah. It's in line with The Exorcist.
I'm trying to go back. Oh, he's thinking Paranormal Activity.
Paranormal Activity. There's like 4 or
Dude,
5 of them,
Good,
dude.
that's good.
Have you seen them?
Yeah.
I seen,
And
the
what's your
first-
opinion?
I seen like the first one.
They're pretty creepy.
Yeah, I saw the first one. I don't remember it. It's just another found footage.
So I'll.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you a story, okay? And this will
All
give you a
right.
little bit of time to think about it, okay? So me and my ex-wife, we were married at the time, and I went and saw this movie in theaters with my sister. And I truly believe that when you go watch a movie in the theaters, you start to conform to the
the other
surroundings.
patrons.
Yeah.
Meaning that you will go watch a horror film, it's scarier than it is normally, and a comedy film, it's funnier than it is normally. Okay? So we went and watched this film, and we're freaking out. The whole theater's like, it's creepy,
Screaming.
it's quiet
Yeah.
when things are going, and it was real creepy, the whole thing.
Yeah.
We get back to my sister's house. We stay the night at her apartment, and honestly, my sister has to leave lights on in her bedroom because she's freaking out all night. And my ex-wife wants to leave lights on in the bedroom because she's freaking out all night.
Oh my god!
Like just freaking out
Weak.
about what was going on. And I'm like, honestly, the movie it creeped me out when I watched it live. I'm like, man, this is a really creepy movie. I left that place going, dang, like looking over my shoulder, like thinking about things. Like it just got in my head.
Got in your head,
It
man.
got in my head hard.
Yeah.
Bro.
But you know how when I went back to work the next day, there was a gentleman that I worked with that changed my mind on all of those paranormal kind of movies.
Okay.
He said, think about this. Think about it from the perspective of the ghost or spirit. What's the guy doing? He's going into the kitchen. He's going to make himself a bowl of cereal. Opens the cabinet, gets a bowl out, closes the cabinet, gets some cereal, and you're over here freaking out. All he's wanting to do is just get something to eat.
Oh yeah, good perspective.
I'm like, whenever he said that, I go,
Like, oh,
all right, cool, man. It's no longer creepy to me
he's
anymore.
not trying to cause you harm. Essentially,
He's
just
just
trying to
living
get a
life,
bowl
bro.
of cereal.
He's just living life.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you were scared of this movie until someone told you, just think it. The ghost
get
is
some
getting a cereal.
Like, basically, I was, like, kind of creeped out that night. Like, the next day, I was all right. I mean, I was fine. But, like, that night, I was kind of creeped out. I was getting in my head. I'd hear noises and go, oh, shit, what the hell's that? Like, think about it for a minute. And I'm like, you know what? Whatever.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm man enough to admit when I get scared.
I remember being in the movie theater with other, like, there was a ton of teenage girls in there, and it was all it was jump scares and screams, and I'm just like, man, this is really
No, I
this isn't that
get
scary.
jumpy. I get
you?
jumpy even if I know that it's. I mean, dude,
You know it's coming.
my wife can scare me so bad daily. She could do it
Yeah.
every single time, every day I come in the house, and I'll still keep getting scared.
Like she
And
hides
so
around
much
the
that
door.
I'm like fall to the ground or like jump back. Like I'm
Man.
really jumpy person.
Okay.
So you put me in these movies and it's just so much tension. I'm like, oh man, this is
can't
so.
handle
I'm like,
it.
this is stupid. I'm about to get scared. I'm not gonna get scared. Ah!
I'm about to look like a fool.
It's like I'm talking to myself the whole time. Like,
You're pumping
it's coming,
yourself
it's coming
up.
right now, dude. Just don't even. Just go, it's like a car wreck that's coming. You can't stop it.
Right.
So yeah,
That's
I'm probably
funny.
when you're saying there's all these screaming teenagers. What you don't
Yeah.
know is I was in there. That was me. That wasn't a screaming teenager.
That was Larry the whole time. All right, I got you.
Oh,
True
man.
story.
All right.
So I don't have any more, dude. I
don't have any
I
more?
don't have any more movies. I can't think of a single.
I don't think I
one.
have any more either. So I'm gonna call it a tie because I don't want to say that Slither was that counts.
Why?
Yeah.
I think there is two Slithers.
There probably is, but that you're gonna.
I would
give it
say
to
don't
me.
count Alien, but I don't think Alien was
Trying to
supposed to be
stay
a
in
scary
there.
movie. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would say that's more scary than
Sci-fi?
like. I would say that's scarier than like Predator.
well, yeah, this is the same though.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're the same universe. It's the same idea. It's
Well, yeah, but I just
the idea is that
maybe I'm
it's-
crazy, but I thought Alien was more of a
Yeah.
horror style.
It's
than,
scarier, but it's science fiction. Science thrillers are different. Science fiction thrillers are different than horror genres because horror genres are trying to play on like just these
Well, then
evil,
would
scary
you
jump things.
Well, you were saying that you would consider Signs a horror film. Would that not be considered just a sci-fi film? Like that's where you get into
Yeah,
those
I
kind of
guess
like
you're
weird
right.
that weird term where it's like a horror sci-fi.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Science would kind of is this equivalent to Aliens.
Yeah. So all right, cool. So we'll get into we'll do one more game and then we'll wrap this puppy up here. So we'll do the classic. Can you get behind that? So can you get behind haunted houses? It sounds like Larry's no after his jump scares.
I got a story for you
Go
guys.
ahead and tell me this story, buddy.
Dude, I was a young buck. I was still wet behind the ears, and that's a stretch for Boomer here.
Give me some more of them isms, brother.
All right, so my stepdad
Wet
at the
behind
time.
the ears.
You never heard that one?
Yeah.
It just sounds silly.
I was
It
old-
sounds
only
something
old
that
people
Boomer
say
would
it.
Yeah, only
Yeah.
Boomer would say, yeah, my stepdad. I'm gonna just call you out on this one. You were an asshole for taking me to this haunted house because it was scary. It ruined me for haunted houses. I'm talking like, you see the huge like in Dallas and in Fort Worth, these huge scary haunted houses advertised.
Costs
Old-
like $40 to get
Old
in.
meat packing plants.
Yeah,
and
these
stuff.
old meat packing
Yeah.
plants and like wicked scary stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
Wicked scary.
Wicked scary, bro. Like I'm a kid. You're gonna take me through this like you get your refund back if you make it to the end type of haunted house.
Oh man.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going through this haunted house and I'm like locked on to my mom. I can't like I got Texas Chainsaw Massacre chasing me with the chainsaw and like all kinds of. There was like a tap out spot halfway through it. I'm hitting tap out. Like
I want out of here. I'm done.
Get me out.
You're like, that ain't my money. That's my mom's
Yeah,
money.
This ain't my money. I'm like, get me out of this place. But yeah, it was so freaky, dude. I'll never forget it. I was just a kid.
All right.
And I still remember it to this day.
So I got to ask you some questions because I got to be honest with you. I've never done an actual haunted house.
Yeah.
I've gone through like the small little like haunted garage
Yeah.
that you have at
Yeah.
like random houses, but like I've never done like an actual full-fledged haunted house. So is it literally just a bunch of jump scares?
It's all it is.
Yeah, it's jump scares.
That's all it is.
And then
Yeah.
some rooms are supposed to be really creepy, and then
Yeah.
you might suspect that there's a jump scare, but there's not. But then it's just kind of like so eerie that you're just
Yeah,
like,
you're
anyways.
expecting it.
Yeah, you're just moving to the
Yeah.
next room like, anyways, that happened.
I've been to so many of them.
I saw a bunch of dead babies. You know, like they'll do like
Yeah.
dead demon babies or something. Like they're. ugh.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna
Have
go
you
ahead.
been to a few of them?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I would go to them. Whenever, even when I was like in high school, I worked at one.
Okay.
And it was fun.
I
But
bet it was fun to
yeah.
work there.
as an adult,
yeah.
I've been to probably 2 haunted houses, and one of them, me and Charity went to the one in Fort Worth. That's huge. And
Yeah,
it's like a $40 one.
Yeah.
And it was, I'm not even joking, the scariest thing I've ever experienced in my life.
Yeah.
And I could actually kind of appreciate it because it wasn't your basic scares of like the chainsaw dude
Yeah.
and all these local ones where they try to do the same crap. You know, basically
Okay.
hands grabbing you and
Yeah.
like rah, jump scares. This one, it was completely self-guided. You didn't have a guide, and it was just
Oh,
you.
do most of them have somebody like saying, "Hey,
Yeah, they're
follow
like,
me."
You're like-
continue on. And they'll be like,
Yeah.
come on.
Oh, okay.
It's just
Okay.
lame.
Like cattle following a.
This one,
Yeah.
because it's completely self-guided and it's pitch black at times, you're just stuck with your people.
Yeah.
And we're just tiptoeing through, like not knowing where the scare is going to come from. And some of the rooms were completely black. And I remember one of them, it was like, it just goes, ah! and then it turns on to the left of us, and it looks like a huge like dinosaur head skeleton, something that's normally not scary, right?
Okay.
But it just is like loud and it
Yeah.
bright right in front of you, and me and Charity like bumped heads. And, like,
Oh no!
like we were so ridiculously scared.
They're concussed for the rest of the
Dude,
the rest
we were
of the
pretty
tour.
good. We probably were concussed. There was one time that there was a chainsaw dude chasing us, and we
Yeah.
were trapped in this area. We're
can't
like,
get out.
we don't even know where to go, and like,
Yeah,
we were like,
you're
this is just
upset.
stressful.
No, wait a
It's
minute, wait a
like, just tell me where to
Look,
go.
and then the guy stops and is like,
Go
"All right,
that
guys,
way,
do
bro."
what you do.
No, but he
Just go
does
here."
try to guide you with the chainsaw, and he tries to come at your ankles, and you're just like, nah, dude, just back up, fool.
Yeah,
And so
weird.
this one took a long time to get through, and
Yeah.
even after we get through all of the horror parts, then they have a maze.
Yeah.
And if you
What?
can make
Yeah.
it's crazy, dude. This
Yeah.
one was legit. If you can make it to the end of the maze, then if you find the exit of the maze before they turn the lights on, because they have a timer, then you get to come back and enter into a competition with other people who made it through that same maze.
Oh wow!
So, and if not, then they just turn the light on and they go, okay, follow the arrow on the way out, and then you leave. Even after that, we had to go through this. I felt like it was like a 50-yard tunnel full of soap bubbles. I
Yeah.
thought I was going to die.
I
I was
heard
like,
about-
I can't
Yeah, I
breathe.
heard about the bubble room.
I had like my shirt over my face, and we just got it, and it just
Yeah.
never ends. And it was just, we came out the end like dying and falling on the ground. I was
Yeah.
like, dude, that was intense.
Yep.
That was an experience. So I don't know if I'd ever go to a haunted house again, but if I would, I'd probably go to that one.
So you'd have to go to
Yeah.
one of the really
Because I'm
big,
like,
legit
that one
ones.
was on another level, and it wasn't just all of the demon evil
Yeah.
clown stuff. Like, I'm not into all that crap,
I would
man.
go back as an adult. I really do. I've got another real life haunted house story for you guys.
Okay, let's hit
So
it.
you guys know
A real haunted house?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
All right, I mean, I'll say real. You guys know the old orphanage here in Sherman.
I mean, I'm
Yeah,
familiar
yeah.
with it.
Okay, so
not
my-
that I've been, but I'm familiar with it.
Well, I've been.
Okay,
My-
you're one of those guys.
I'm one of those guys, and it was not
because
my choice.
because it's supposed to be haunted. Is
Yeah.
the story.
He's also one of them wanted by the Sherman police.
yeah, also yeah.
They are hardcore trying to bust
Full
people.
disclaimer at Sherman PD, but no.
Full disclaimer, I was 14.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
last.
don't-
or you
Halloween.
allegedly were.
Alleged,
right?
yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly. This
There
is
you
a
go.
alleged story, guys.
Alleged
Alleged,
story.
that could be made up.
My ex, it was one Halloween. My ex decided that we needed to go do this, and anyway, yeah, it was full fledged. Probably one of the scariest things I've ever done. I mean, like floors caved in. You could see the elevator caved in. Like we go down in the basement, and when you're walking down, the stairwell's rattling. It's like cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. By the time we're down deep in the basement, you could hear the same stairwell rattling, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And we look at each other and we dip out. There was like an exit bay in the basement that you could get back up to ground level, and I mean just straight dip. This was the scariest thing. I mean, you picture an old giant orphanage where floors
Yeah,
are
I've
caved
seen
in.
it. It's crazy.
Yeah, and
So
like
did
the
you just like
bathrooms-
walk in there with like flashlights?
Yeah, we had flashlights, and we're walking in, and there was like food and people's clothing in the fireplace, and like the old creepy like bathrooms with the stalls and stuff. It was pretty wild, man. Yeah.
So like the people were squatting in there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you had some squatters and stuff.
Well, I didn't
and
know
then-
what you meant by clothes. Like there's people's belongings.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
people like squatting and stuff, but it was
I mean, the first
super-
thing that went to my mind was people are leaving stuff to try to make it creepy for other people to come.
Yeah, no, so I'm thinking squatters, but yeah, it was
Probably
super
squatters.
creepy.
Yeah, no, that,
Yeah.
that makes more sense. What I said sounds dumb.
When I
We're
heard
gonna
that
get them with this.
I heard that stairwell kicking in. By the time we were deep in the basement, I'm like, yo, your boy Boomer's out. I can't.
Oh
I'm done.
man.
So they do a haunted house. I want to say it's called the Slaughterhouse. It's right across the street from the pool here in Sherman.
Yeah. They moved actually. They got closed down by the city this year.
What?
Oh,
I think it had COVID related stuff, but they moved to Denison out because of they didn't get
like
granted
the permit. They didn't get the
Yeah,
permit.
they couldn't get the permit. I guess probably because of their setup and probably social distancing. I'm sure.
Yeah. But I mean, they've been doing it for a few years, from what I understand, like
Yeah.
10 years or so. Had you guys ever been?
No. That's the classic one I'm telling you about. When you see like their promos and their flyers, and it's just like it looks like a House of 1,000 Corpses or something.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
Yeah.
like not
Another
into
film
that.
I couldn't finish.
Yeah, I'm not into all
Oh,
that
yeah.
crazy
So they
stuff.
started like skinning this guy. I was like, yeah, I'm done.
It's even called like Hatch and Cravens. Even the name Hatch and Craven Slaughterhouse. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't. Okay.
yeah, that's the name of it.
They had one in Denton, real similar. I ended up going to.
Well,
and it was,
the guy that owns it's really cool. I
Yeah.
met him.
I'm sure. I mean,
I only know him because he his kid was in Cub Scouts with Luke.
oh, okay.
So I got
cool.
to know him. I'm like, hey, you're pretty cool. Dude, wouldn't have known that that's where you make the majority of your money for the year.
wow.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird that it's like a seasonal business.
But you make a crap ton of money
Like,
for
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
4th of July. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it goes longer
Yeah.
than 4th of July because people start going to those haunted houses
Yeah,
like
like a
way
month.
before.
Like in
Yeah.
said the beginning of September, basically.
Yeah.
They get it for like 2 months.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I wonder if people are. I wonder if any are open this year.
Yeah, Hatch and Cravens is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the only reason I know about it. They even spray painted on the side of their building like, "Hey, you'll find us here. Thanks for your support."
Oh.
Oh,
what
like
up?
the one over there on Taylor.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
like
No,
they
I
still
haven't- I
own the
never tried that.
location. They just can't open up their haunted house there.
Oh, okay. So I guess the permit. Yeah, the
Yeah.
city shut them down.
That
Oh,
is
that's crazy.
how they make their money.
It's crazy.
for
So,
haunted
in the end,
Yeah.
can you get behind that? I'm gonna say personally, I can't, and it's because there's a reason why I've never gone.
Yeah, you're a wise man.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah,
there's a reason why I've never gone. It's because I don't want to look like a fool, and I just So the idea of a haunted house or even watching a horror film is great because the idea is your adrenaline's pumping, you get this kind of weird feeling, and then something
Yeah.
scary happens. And I don't mind the way you feel before the jump happens. It's when the jump happens, it goes, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with it. So that's the reason why I kind of like. I mean, yeah, I've pushed out on haunted houses.
I'm gonna say yeah. I can get behind it because I think everybody should experience a haunted house in their life. I just personally, even though they
Okay.
freak me out, yeah.
I'm gonna say no. I can't
No.
get behind it.
All
Not at all.
Can't get
They
behind
are
it
too
unless
evil.
it's 2.5 hours long.
Even
Right.
that one, I feel like
get
you
your
just
money
got to
back.
do it one time as an adult just to be
Yeah.
like, man, because it just puts your mind in a different place. But nah.
Would you do it as an adult? Would you go through a haunted house as an adult?
I mean, I'm not saying that somebody couldn't peer pressure me.
I think we should get him in one this year.
All right, so next one. Can you get behind that pumpkin patches?
Oh,
Yeah.
Is the camera done?
Possibly. But pumpkin patches.
Yeah. So funny. So I got a funny story about pumpkin patch.
All right.
When I was in the 2nd grade, I think, I watched that movie Grease. You know how I'm about musicals.
Yeah.
Well, you know, in Grease, if you've ever seen it, there's a scene where they're at like a prom dance or something, and all the guys moon the camera.
Okay.
They moon
So-
the camera.
Yeah, they moon the camera, like, because they have like the local news there filming their school, like, hey, it's a sock hop.
Oh,
Okay.
And then they come up with a scheme, like all of the T-birds, I think is what they're called, like the
Yeah.
biker guys.
Yep,
Yeah.
they're the T-birds.
They like moon the camera. I don't know why I thought it was hilarious, and it was like early on in my years of debauchery, and I was talking to some kids at school, and I mooned them, and someone snitched me out.
Oh, you
And
got
it was the
snitched
day that
on.
we were supposed to go to the pumpkin patch.
Okay.
I didn't get to go to
I
the
was
pumpkin
wondering where this.
I didn't get to go to the
Oh,
pumpkin
no.
patch, dude.
You got snitched
So
on,
instead,
bro.
I had to go home, and my mom was called, and she's like, "You have to come pick him up. His punishment is he's not going to get to go to the pumpkin patch today because we're going to go as a
Because
school."
he mooned somebody.
Yeah, we used to call
And
it
then
the
I had to
platypus.
explain why, because he
the
pulled down
porpoise.
his britches and showed his behind to the other children. So yeah,
I'm sure that's exactly how they put it too.
might have.
Yeah.
It was early when you think about like
Dude, you had to been
second
like
grade.
6, bro.
I was young. I know. I'm like, it's crazy. I remember that, but that's because it really does impact you whenever you're really looking forward to something, and then
Yeah.
it's like reality's the lesson. Reality
If I
is
wouldn't have done
you
this.
screw up,
Yeah.
and you got to pay the cost, and the
Nah.
cost was the pumpkin patch that year. Didn't get to go.
What I think's funny is that you're like the beginning of my debauchery.
Oh yeah, that
was
wasn't
the
the
beginning
last
of
time
my
I mooned.
life.
That wasn't the last time I mooned
I
somebody.
started walking and started
That was the
destroying
beginning of
lives.
No, that was
Oh,
next time
man.
I was more careful,
Yeah, you got to be a little more discreet.
and I didn't do it on Pumpkin Patch Day.
No. No, I cannot get behind a pumpkin patch. I don't understand the point.
Dude, I haven't been to a pumpkin patch in a while, but like
what?
from what I
I don't get
understand
behind-
now,
Yeah.
they're different from what I remember.
Yeah.
So when I was a kid, I've got a picture from when I was like kindergarten that my mom kept somehow, and I just remember literally going to a place where they had a bunch of pumpkins in a field, grabbing a pumpkin and leaving.
Okay.
I don't really remember anything, but from what I understand, it's like a little fall festival almost
Basically.
with pumpkins that you just happen to get as well.
So let me tell you guys, because there's an awesome one here in Sherman, and I would strongly suggest you guys both take your children this week if you can.
What's it
next
called?
week? It's the same one as the Christmas tree farm. I don't remember. I'll find it for you.
If it's over there where the Christmas tree farm is, they're already setting up Christmas tree lights.
Okay,
Cool.
but hear me
Or
out.
the Christmas lights in Denison.
They'll do it. They'll do. It's in Denison, but it's off this little road. But I'll find
Okay.
it for you, dude. It's super cool. But this is what you do. So you basically pay $5 to just go through it, or you pay $8 and you get to pick a pumpkin at the end.
Okay.
Which is a pretty good deal because pumpkins are $5 at Walmart.
Oh, right.
So if you're gonna carve a pumpkin, go let your kids pick out their own pumpkin.
Okay.
And this is what you do. You start off in this building, and then there's even like a little cool rubber ducky race where you can buy a rubber ducky for $1, and then you have to like pump this water and you race these ducks down this thing. And then they have hay mazes. You go through all the maze of
Okay.
haystacks.
Cool.
And then they have like those tiny pumpkins. You can buy them for like 3 for $1 or like 3 for $5.
Yeah.
And then they have a slingshot. You can slingshot them into this pond. Dude, it's legit. And then, but that's all stuff you pay extra for. You don't have to pay extra for the maze. You just have to pay $1 for the duck, or you pay for the pumpkins to launch. But
And
what
you
you
pay
really,
three. You said 3 for $5.
I think it's like 3 for $5,
Okay.
something like
Small
that.
ones for
It
the
wasn't too bad. It's
pumpkin launch.
worth doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even if you don't do it, at minimum, you get to do the maze, and then you get to go to a hay ride. The hay ride takes you out to the pumpkin patch, and then you get to go pick out your pumpkin, any pumpkin you want. There's a huge field of them. They have them all laid out. They already cut them. They just like place them in different places.
Yeah.
They even have like haystacks and then like assortment of pumpkin decorations, and then you get to just go find
So
the
you
one
don't
want.
pay for the size of the pumpkin. You just
No,
Okay.
flat free.
All right, so that
Flat fee.
changed my mind.
And then they also have scarecrows, and they have like steaks, and then you get to go stuff them with hay, pick the clothes, get them dressed. It's like a family thing to do together. You get to make your own scarecrow.
okay.
So I mean, it's cool because they drop you off and then they come back and get you. So you get to hang out there for a while
Yeah.
with your kids and just look at get pumpkins. What was that foliage? That foliage peepers? You get to be
Yeah.
a foliage
Leaf
peeper.
peepers.
Yeah.
Them leaf
Yeah.
people.
It's worth it, dude, because like I said, it's same price. It's only a couple $dollars more than what you would pay for a pumpkin.
So it sounds
and
like
then it's an
you
experience.
can get behind pumpkin patches.
I'm all about it. I'm disappointed I didn't do it this year because I do it every year.
This sounded like you just did it last week.
I think we should all go do that at some
I
point.
should, but I'm just, God.
I know.
Yeah.
I won't.
I don't want to say it. I'm broke.
I mean,
All
we're
right,
at
I want to start crying. But I
No,
want to do
you're
pumpkin
good.
patch.
Well, I was gonna say I won't have the kids this.
I mean, it sounds like we might be too late.
No, you
might
can
be
do it
too
all the way
late,
up to
yeah.
Halloween Day.
I wonder if they can do it on Halloween Day.
I bet you can even do it after Halloween.
I
But
don't know why, but the way you were describing it
I'll
reminded
find
me
it.
of that horror movie Jeepers Creepers with the scarecrow.
Oh, Jeepers Creepers! We
Yeah,
didn't even
we-
say it.
that was a good one.
Yeah,
That was
I
one.
love it.
Didn't even say it.
I know, man.
Man,
Yeah.
pumpkin patches.
Yeah.
I mean, if pumpkin patches are like I remember, I can't get behind that. But if pumpkin patches are like what Larry's describing,
I can get behind that one.
maybe they have like a little. How many?
Dude, even riding on
I'm
the hay ride out to go
expecting.
get one.
I'm expecting like a food truck to be there as well, so you can get some food if you want to.
It's all about
It's like a
food
whole
trucks with me,
large
Joe.
activity.
Yeah.
I mean, I always like to have. I mean, if there's no food with the activity, then is
Yeah.
really the activity worth doing?
I agree. You gotta have food. Now that I can get behind.
That I can get
That I
behind.
can get behind.
So if the pumpkin patches are like what Larry's describing,
Yeah.
then I am all about
So
it.
it is called the Elves Christmas Tree Farm. Okay, and it's open. Let me look at their hours right now.
Shout out to the Elves Christmas
Dang,
tree
they're only
farm.
open on Saturdays, 10 to 5.
Are they open
10 to
this Saturday?
5.
It says this Saturday, yeah.
Cool.
It's
All
open
right.
Saturdays and Sundays. Sundays 1 to 5.
10 to 5.
And then look at the pictures here.
That's
This
awesome.
is the front part. This isn't even the pumpkin patch. Let's see if they got pictures of the actual patch. See, look, there's that little pond that you get to. They got horses and stuff. There's that pond you get to shoot off. Some
What's it
pumpkins.
called again?
Elves Christmas Tree Farm.
Well, if y'all are open, I'm down to going
Look,
over
there's
there.
what I was telling you about with the making the. Yeah, come on, guys. This is good stuff.
Well, let's go over there, man.
I'm all getting
Say
amped
no
up.
more. Shoot.
Yeah, I
Here
mean,
you
just
go.
go get your pitch taken.
So like this is it right here.
Yeah, this is it.
That's it.
But this is just the front. This is like when you first get there, just how they have it decorated in
What do
there.
you call those things? The
Gorges or
Gourds,
whatever.
yeah.
Gourds.
Gourds,
So
yeah.
you know that the pumpkin, like this style pumpkin, is not an actual pumpkin.
Really?
It's actually a type of squash.
See, that's actually out there at the pumpkin patch. See what I mean? How they have haystacks and just
Yeah.
they have those all over the place, and
Look
you
at
just
that
go
little
walk
animal
around and then
farm.
find the one that you want.
Oh, this is where you
Yeah.
make them scarecrows right
yeah,
here.
look, you stuff it with some hay and everything.
Making that little scarecrow.
Look at him
later.
stuffing them britches.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing. Where's the other thing that you said that was fun?
The
Oh,
little duck thing.
Like,
Oh,
is this where
yeah.
you
It's
shoot them
pretty
into the
small.
I
pond?
wanna
Yeah.
shoot
Oh,
a pumpkin.
look right.
Oh, there's a
Oh,
tree
she's
farm.
choosing a Christmas tree. Yeah, because it's a Christmas tree
Oh,
farm
then you
too.
can go get Christmas trees there too.
See, they got a place for pictures. I
We should
mean,
do
it's-
that. Do you get to cut down the Christmas tree?
I don't know.
Man. Well, if we miss the pumpkin patch, I want to go to the tree farm.
Dude, have you
You wanna
ever
get a live
had a
tree?
live tree?
Yeah.
I'm allergic, dude. So it's like
Oh.
I have bad allergies
yeah, you
already.
guys
I'll
have-
be sneezing and stuffed up all
Dude,
Christmas.
I had a
season.
live tree one year, and the house smelled awesome all year, all Christmas long. It was
Dude,
awesome.
yeah, bro.
I know. I have a fake
my
tree
mom
I
had
pull
to
out.
vacuum every day,
Right.
Because of the pine needles. But I've heard that if you spray it with like hairspray, it helps them from without falling out.
Well, they have
Maybe,
specific
but
tree
don't
spray.
get. But if you have a cat, we've always had a cat, so that's another
Yeah.
story.
That's
Yeah,
a whole
I
other
don't know
story.
about that.
Like, like Griswold's Christmas.
To me, dude,
man.
if you're gonna go cut a Christmas tree, you got to do it the way I did it as a kid. You cross over private property.
Somebody else.
I'm not joking. I remember.
Yeah.
I have memories of cutting down trees.
So like this makes me think of an episode of That 70s Show
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
where he gives the kids money to go buy a tree. They go find one and cut it down, keep the money because they want to go buy beer with it. The next thing they know, the cops are at their house saying, "Hey, we want to confiscate that tree."
They want the tree back.
Tree
Yeah.
back?
Yeah.
Done, bro.
Okay. All right.
But anyway, I appreciate you guys coming out. Happy Halloween, everybody. Hope you guys have
Halloween.
safe travels. Enjoy your time with your kids. But we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up here. So make sure to go ahead and follow us online at _Dudes and Brews on both Instagram and Untapped. You can also find us on YouTube. You're going to have to search for Dudes and Brews. We need you guys to like, comment, subscribe. We need a lot of subscribers. Until we have subscribers, we really can't actually have a customized YouTube URL.
So
You're just going to
subscribe.
have to look for Dudes and Brews until we get enough subscribers. So keep subscribing so we can keep this trainer rolling. But we're out of here.
Cool.
Don't cut down illegal Christmas trees.
Yeah.